This is my house. This is my house. You don't get started here.
We're live. What's up, everybody? This is Awesome Talk, Season 3, Episode 9, October 7th, 2014.
Maestra Bua, are there technical difficulties? Please let us know.
She says, nope, I'm all good. Well, good.
Right,
I don't know if that was to us, but I think that's right. What's up, Flying Piranha? Maestra Bua. Say hi to myself. I'm up there too, so you know that's how it goes. Oh, thanks, man. What's up? So tonight we have a very weird, awesome show tonight. So first off, we're gonna welcome Heavy Metal John back to the bar. So
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
About midway, about an hour and a half into the show, we're gonna play a clip from the last Ice in the Face episode where we had local favorite Woo on.
We call him our local favorite.
His local favorite.
His
local favorite. Local man character.
Yeah, man of the hour. Is there somebody here?
I heard something.
I heard the door and all the cats ran over there.
A door, but
Yeah.
not that door.
Probably
Then,
next door neighbor.
Around 11 o'clock, WWF, WWE former superstar Rikishi is going to be Skyping in with us live.
Awesome.
And that's going to be a great conversation because I told him, when I talked to him the other day, I was like, listen, we sit around and have beer, so don't be afraid to have a beer or two. And he was like, oh, don't worry, I'm not afraid. So he seems like a cool guy.
Scared.
Yeah, I ain't scared. So, Twin Peaks is coming back.
Yes.
Who wants to start with this?
Oh my god.
It's the greatest thing.
I never got too into Twin Peaks, but now I feel like I need to be
Now you
into Twin
to.
Peaks because all the shows that come out now that are awesome, Breaking Bad, Walking Dead, Sherlock. I read an article where they said they all owe they owe something to Twin Peaks because of the way that they're shot or the style or whatever.
Right.
Now you guys are big Twin Peaks fans,
Yeah.
so what do you think about that?
So watching, I watched it kind of later in life. I maybe in the past 3 years, and watching it now, you see okay, every show pretty much is this. This wouldn't have existed without this, because it was when you think about it's David Lynch making a TV show on ABC at 9 o'clock at night.
It's insane
It's crazy.
that was even allowed for as long as it went on.
And
it's real. That would never work.
That would never work. But the other thing is that everybody watched it. I mean, this was 1990, and
I feel like it's bigger now than it was when it was
is,
on.
Yeah,
because
totally.
now it has a huge cult following.
Yeah.
Why can't I talk tonight?
What was it? I never really watched the show, but what was it really about?
The whole thing was who killed Laura Palmer. The entire show was based on that this local teenage girl was found dead, and the investigation. And so, through the investigation, you get to know everyone in the town, and all of them are fucking nuts in some really, really bizarre way. And then, towards, I guess, the end of season 2, you find out who killed Laura, and then you're like...
then the show falls apart.
Then you're like, what? I don't know what this show is about anymore.
So how does it relate to Walking Dead and other shows like that?
I think it was more
Oh,
just,
the cinematography.
Yeah. So it was shot
shot
really well. It looks like it looks like a movie. It looks like you're watching a movie every week.
Just David Lynch is a genius,
okay.
man. I think it was. Watch me make an example. It's not really David Lynch, but he did this thing where he talked about everything was about the way you shoot something, not the quality of your equipment or anything like that. And he took it was in the early early 2000s. He took a regular handy cam. And he shot a whole film just with that one handy cam, and it was fucking awesome. Just to prove his point that you can do this yourself without, Well,
look at Eraserhead, which is just barely a movie. I mean, it was shot over so many years, and it's gritty and raw, and just doesn't look like anything else. But you're riveted by it because you can't take. It's just so fucking crazy.
I took one of those online tests, which was what David Lynch film would you be? And that's what
You
I
got
got.
Eraser? Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry. That's rough. That's rough.
it seems like how many seasons did it run?
3.
Okay, it seems like
Because we find out who killed Laura Palmer in 2.
And then
And then
then
after
we all
that,
stopped
you're
watching.
like, it's funny because
Spoiler alert.
The best part is today I was reading comments about like how it's coming out again, and someone wrote, "Oh, maybe they should just give us a season 3 finally." And I'm like, there was one, and she doesn't even realize because it doesn't fucking matter.
Wow. It just seems to me like it's one of those shows that was almost too artistic to be on
Yes.
TV.
Yes, it was.
That's exactly what it was. It's
You know?
same as Lost Highway.
Yeah,
Lost,
absolutely.
Lost Highway, I love it, and I'm still totally confused by
There
what
you
the
go.
fuck even
That
just
is
happened.
Twin Peaks
That's-
exactly.
It just reminds me of like living art installations every scene
That's exactly
with
it.
nothing that really exactly ties together.
So imagine
you know?
Lost Highway, but with a story you can follow if you can believe really bizarre shit.
Okay,
My
all right.
favorite thing about the first season, though, is that while all these things are happening in the town, there's a soap opera that everyone's watching on the show that's mirroring what's happening in real life.
Yeah.
So all the people are watching this soap opera that's mirroring what's happening in that episode. It's so fucking, it's the best. It's such a good show.
It is the best.
So, and then the last season ended, I won't say how it ended, but like it ended on this crazy cliffhanger. And now if it's going to be 25 years after that last thing that happened, and they get all the same people back, it's going to be mental. It's going to be crazy.
Does the storyline follow 25 years later?
They're saying that the new show is going to pick up 25 years after the last one ended.
It's gonna. Well, yeah, because she said I'll see you in
I'll see you in
25
25.
years.
So you'd have
so
to
it
watch
has
the
to be
first
that way
3
or else.
seasons to
I
know what's going on, I guess.
don't know if they'll make it in such a way that you don't have to, but you should anyway.
You
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
will need
Yeah,
to
it'll
be
get you
familiar
more
with
into the show.
Yeah,
characters.
totally.
Yeah.
It's great.
All I have to say is if Sherilyn Fenn is back on the show, I'll watch it in bed.
Which one is she? She's 25 years older
She's
now, you know.
Audrey.
Okay.
She's
I
hot.
think she still looks good, though.
Is she GILF territory now, or
Probably.
MILF or GILF? I mean, how old is
John
she?
had a probably.
Jesus.
Sorry.
Those are some high hopes.
I have
That kind
no
of shit.
doubt at all. Like none.
Go on. No, there's something about him too that has a sort of really dark, like I feel like if his stuff had more of a plot that you could follow, it'd be like Bret Easton Ellis type of shit.
Yeah,
like
totally.
just dark,
Right.
introverted,
Yeah.
you know.
I think a lot of his stuff, it's always like peaceful towns, like everything's totally normal.
It's supposed to look normal.
It's supposed to look normal.
Yeah.
It's white picket fences and everything's fine, and then you go like 2 levels down, and it's just completely fucked up underworld.
Pretty
Like,
much real life.
Awesome.
yeah, it's more like real life. But
Oh, by the way, Flying Piranha just said, I guess I'm starting Twin Peaks for my next show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do it.
Good. Please do
It's
it,
on
because
Netflix.
I gotta watch it too.
I gotta do it. I have to do
I like to give a recommendation to people that start Twin Peaks. Please download and watch Firewalk with
Yes.
me first. It's the prequel movie to the series, and it actually shows like when the police first find Laura Palmer's body. Because when the show starts, that's basically you don't see it in like you don't see all that part of it,
Right.
like, really. So the movie kind of explains the murder that's being investigated on the show, and it's fucking good. I mean,
and David Bowie's in it
so there's
for
that.
like 30
Oh, well, that's
seconds.
awesome.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's the best.
The Goblin King's in it, so you know.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. So what? When was this on? What were the 3 years?
90s,
Is
early
it
like
early
91, 90.
It just seems like such a
92 or
complex
90
thing to
maybe.
pull off at that time.
Yeah.
It was.
Like now
On
you
TV.
can combine your music and your comic book and your movie
Yeah.
and your prequel and your everything. You can have a multifaceted experience.
Yeah, but if Twin Peaks was made now and came out now, it would have been canceled before the first season ended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. If it was made in
Because
the
he
same
was
way.
reaching way too far.
And the fact
with
that he-
too many things.
The fact that it worked at all with so many, like my mom watched Twin Peaks, and my mom
It's
never watched
weird.
a David Lynch movie in her entire life, but
Yeah.
like liked the show. You
Yeah,
know,
my
and it's like-
sister was really into it when
Yeah.
it was.
So do you feel like it's just about like, okay, well, what the fuck am I gonna see? Like what's gonna like?
Maybe, because you know what? American Horror Story is probably the most recent show that I say probably borrows quite a lot of style from Twin Peaks.
Okay.
And American Horror Story seems to be ridiculously popular.
Yeah, people
so
seem to like it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe there would
They
be
should-
an audience for.
they should have it
Twin
on
Peaks if there
Netflix.
was it is on Netflix. Is on.
No, Twin
Twin
Peaks.
Peaks is on
It is.
Netflix.
Is it?
Twin Peaks
Yeah.
on
Okay.
Netflix. Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Firewalk with Me isn't, but the show is.
Maestro Bua said, I haven't been able to find a good download of Firewalk.
You got to get the new
You-
freaking box set.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Oh my
$150
god,
box set.
it is, dude. When I first saw it, I was like, like it makes you not able to talk for a minute because you see these things and you're like, I can't afford this.
I know.
Well, there was the gold box set was the last one. That was like a big deal. But I don't know if I have it. Maybe I could maybe I shouldn't say that. Never mind. Never.
Oh,
It's available.
All right, yeah.
It's available.
Yeah, go find it.
You can, I'm on Facebook.
At your Blockbuster.
Or whatever.
Yeah, it's your local Blockbuster, of course.
Your Palmer Video.
Yeah,
It's your local Red
Palmer
Box.
Video.
Hollywood Video, right? That was the other big one.
Hollywood. Yep.
Yeah.
A to Z
We had
video.
an East Coast. There was an East Coast one, and then on the other side of the river was a West Coast one.
And they would fight with each
Yeah.
other.
East Coast Hollywood, West Coast Hollywood.
No, it was East Coast Video and West Coast Video.
And
They'd
they
shoot each other's windows out.
Yeah,
throw fucking
they used-
Molotov cocktails through fucking windows.
That's what brought it all
Drive-bys.
down. That's what brought down all the video rental.
Take that, motherfucker! Nobody's renting National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation this year, bitch.
That war was totally made up by the media. It didn't even exist.
Most of this shit is made up. Every time the fucking... I love it when the news says, like, they find some shit, and they go, everyone is outraged. I'm like, I don't think anyone gives a shit about what you're talking about.
People are saying.
I actually agree with what they're saying, that it's too mellow and that's why it wouldn't work now.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
right.
true.
It is really, like, for a lot of weird shit happening, it is, like...
So, whoa.
It's like unsettling though.
It's
So
like
what
an
do you expect
unsettling
for this?
that-
You expect this to be more hard-edged?
I don't know because it's gonna be on Showtime now.
Honestly, I don't, because
There's
I
nothing
think
good on
I think
Showtime.
most directors and producers and writers would be like, oh, this has to be like cutting edge and thrilling for
Yeah.
the modern day audience. I don't think David Lynch will do that. He'll be like, no,
It's gonna
I
be
know that
Oculus,
Twin
yeah.
Peaks fans are watching this, and that's why I'm making it for
Yeah, yeah.
Twin Peaks fans,
Right.
and they know what to expect.
Right.
It's not gonna be fucking Phantom Menace. No
Yeah,
one has
yeah.
to worry.
Oh,
Well,
thank God.
It's
Yeah,
in good
they-
hands.
There's not going to be any crystal skull going on around
There's
here.
no Jar Jar Palmer.
Yeah.
Everything's more disturbing now. With horror movies and stuff, they don't really scare you. It's just more disturbing than anything.
Plus, there'll be a
else.
lot of dubstep
So we're kind of
music.
we're kind of desensitized. So
Yeah.
that's probably why
I
they're
could
saying
see
it's too
David
mellow.
Lynch being into dubstep.
I could see him totally being in
I gotta see that,
yeah.
that Breaking Bad scene with dubstep. Do you remember that? Where they both have the cars in front of the house. And
Oh,
there's
it's so
dubstep playing.
fucking
It's
badass,
like,
yeah.
Like, it was just kind of out of place. It's just like, it's an interesting choice, but all right.
Speaking of which, if anybody's looking for a funny Facebook page, there's a page I
Oh,
follow
boy.
called I Am Watler White and I Am to Half Making the Meth. And what I think the page
Yeah,
is...
everybody, please just remember that.
Yeah, I Am Watler White.
Open a new
Wow.
channel.
All you gotta do is type in I Am Watler White and you'll fucking find it. I think what the guy does is he takes monologues from Breaking Bad
Okay.
and he puts them into like a translator and
Oh,
then he
and
puts
spits
it,
it
he
back out.
translates it back to English and then posts it like that. It's totally fucked. It's totally fucked.
Have you ever tried watching a video on YouTube with the closed captioning
Oh
on?
my god.
That is fun. I
Oh,
like.
wow,
I don't
no.
know if
Yeah.
our videos show up with closed captioning.
There's an
available.
option that I could do it.
Oh,
I should
do
try it
it,
sometime.
just so that way people can go and laugh at what comes up, because it's so off
we're saying?
in the most
Yeah, yeah.
ridiculous. Like, it's off in insane ways. You're like, how in the world did it hear that? Like, that's
Yeah,
not even close.
Yeah.
Like someone that doesn't understand English is just sitting there typing it. They're saying it like,
Yeah.
Probably somebody
Words aren't right.
probably somebody overseas that has a thick accent
Yeah, it could be.
because they give all the
Outsource that
jobs
shit.
away.
They just
The
have
way
like
you worded that seemed like something a really old person would say. It's someone overseas with a
Well,
thick accent.
I just said I just said that
Picture
because
Grandpa
I
saying
tried
that.
I tried to get my Comcast router fixed and I called customer service and the guy was talking to me and I kept going what and my phone was loud enough I could not understand what he was saying.
your
He
phone
didn't-
was knotted up.
no, it was loud enough.
Oh, and
And
they
I-
said knotted up. Like I'm picturing the phone cord attached to the wall.
No.
Oh, not enough.
It should
Yeah.
it should have been
Three doors
thrown
over.
against the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a rotary dial when I called him. But yeah, it was totally.
Peggy?
I guarantee you that if we invented, I made this up right now, you fuckers.
Okay,
If we
documented.
invented some sort of rotary that attaches to your cell phone so you could dial like
Oh
that.
yeah,
That's on
You
the
know
new
how many
jitterbug.
hipster fucks would buy that
Oh,
stupid
yeah.
fucking shit?
yeah, totally.
We need to call it Brian Sloan.
Oh
Alright?
yeah, get him
There you
on
go.
that
Can I
shit.
get a
man.
rotary?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a
Yeah.
rotary
Yeah.
app in my auto blow too.
Not an app.
Have
Like
to,
an
An
actual
actual-
physical rotary
Like a-
dial that you like attach to your
Would it be like a
fucking
little
iPhone.
one that sits in the middle of the phone,
Just
or
big enough for your
Yeah.
finger to get in the hole? That's what she said.
that's what she said? Yeah, just make it big enough to get your finger
I
in the
beat all
hole.
of you. I said
well,
that.
half the
There we
people
go.
probably don't know what a rotary phone is that's watching
That's
this.
true.
That can't be real.
How do you play Angry Birds with a rotary?
Well, when you
How do
hit the
you
9,
text?
it goes really far.
How do you text? That must take forever.
Oh my god, yeah.
Jesus fucking, you know what fucking, like, you would realize exactly how unimportant most of your
Yeah,
texts are
right.
if you had to text like that.
Let's get
I
straight to the
realized
point.
that already. I hate texting to a degree that you can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Weird
Like,
pop-
well,
Were
you
they
can
calling,
imagine
though?
because I hate phones.
I
Like,
hate, I don't like talking on
I
the
don't
phone.
either.
I hate the phone existing. Let's just put that.
But I do
just-
I love text messaging though. Because I can multitask. Well, I believe I'm multitasking. I mean, sometimes I'm just texting and I can't get anything done because I'm
Multitasking.
talking to 9 people at once and I can't
Right.
get anything done. But in my head, I'm multitasking.
Yeah.
And,
That's the same thing.
you know, but
It
when I'm
takes
on
less
the...
brain power to do that than it does to talk.
To actually work and do something.
When I'm talking on the phone, I just feel
Multitask,
uncomfortable.
Really.
Yeah.
I feel like I gotta walk away. Like I don't want people to hear my conversation, even though it's not private.
Oh
and
yeah.
like,
I'm always walking around pacing the
yeah,
entire time.
I go in the other room, I close the door, and then I'm like, why am I doing this? And I open
I
the
take
door,
off
and
my
walk back
pants.
out.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I take
Yeah.
off my pants, I shave my
I'm
balls.
blindfolded. I don't know what's
Yeah,
happening.
but you want to hear something really funny? When someone's on their hands free and they're talking to somebody and they look at you,
Yeah.
it looks like they're crazy.
Yeah.
because they're like, "Yo, mother." Well, I was in the grocery store and I was talking to my friend on my hands free, and this old lady comes up to me and she goes, "Are you alright?" I said, "No, I was just talking on my hands free. Everything's fine." She goes, "Oh, I was gonna say a prayer for you." She thought I was insane.
No, I was
Took
going
that
to do
right.
absolutely nothing for you at all.
Yeah,
But now I take it back.
I was
all
gonna.
of you fuckers, please stop saying I'll pray for you like you're doing some hard fucking back-breaking work. You're not
Yeah.
doing, oh, I'll talk to myself for you.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit if you talk to your imaginary friends about whether or not I'm gonna be better one day. What the fuck?
I'm gonna sit in one place and hope hard for a minute.
Yeah, right?
And then I'm gonna go about my fucking day. You know, I'm gonna go back to
You
making
are
toast and
welcome.
shit. You're
You
welcome.
Are welcome.
Yeah.
I did it. You know, but that's the equivalent of like sitting on Facebook and sharing something and going, boom, did my part.
I want to tell everyone that I'm better, and then have everyone that prayed
Yeah.
for me be like, "You're welcome."
You're welcome. Yeah, we
I
did
put in a
that.
good word.
Hey,
That was all
bring it
me.
in, guys. Hands in, hands in.
We made this happen.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
Then I get hit by lightning.
yeah. And they're like, oh, well, it's all part of the
Well,
We
plan.
didn't pray for that.
Yeah, that's part of the plan.
It's all part of the plan. It's part of the good news.
Look at all the powers you have now. The white streak through your head.
The first thing she does is aims her hands at stones and blows his head to pieces.
It's heads in pieces, but his eyes can both see again.
Oh my god. So his eyes float above his neck?
And then you just say you're welcome.
I wasn't even thinking that much. I was just thinking his eyes were on the ground somewhere looking around
And
and
they're like
being
zoop,
sad that he
zoop,
can't
zoop,
actually
Fucking
see much.
Beetlejuice, just like
Yeah.
his little eyeball.
Zoop, zoop. Flicks in 2 directions at once like a fucking chameleon.
Ah.
I'm telling you, but eventually that one eye is going to be a bionic eye. That's going to happen eventually.
It has to.
You know? And he's going to shoot lasers out of it. He's going to be
We're
able
all
to make...
fucking the first ones
Dead.
to go. Yep.
See,
Dad.
I'm surprised he hasn't gone the route of...
Killing us all already.
yeah.
Bludgeoning us with his bare hands.
Especially.
and using our skin to make lampshades. No, I'm surprised that
Surprise, isn't it?
he
Yeah, that
hasn't
collection.
he hasn't gone last action hero and with like the
Yeah.
smiley face because that's what I would do.
Yes.
You know, my dad had one eye, and I was so
Don't all
disappointed.
of ours.
I know, right? And I was so
Oh.
disappointed. Like, dude, you've got you could put a crystal in there.
yeah.
You could put a fucking a stop sign. What other kind of shit can you put in there? A yin yang. A yin yang would be awesome, right?
Biohazard symbol.
Biohazard symbol. Right. That would have been good for him.
Spiral.
Does he have a glass eye or is this really small?
Yeah. What, his eye?
Yeah, is
it
one of
was
them glass eye?
it was a glass eye, yeah. He had to have his one eye removed because he had a tumor in his eye. You know?
Actually, James Gustin can't see out of one eye because he had a tumor, but his was in his brain.
That's a fucking epidemic right now, man. Like, cancerous tumors, like it's and you know why too. It's the food, the air, the
Yeah.
radiation, the fucking nuclear
Nothing's
bombing.
really tested. It's just brought out. So
Dude, that's
we are the test dummies.
this is the petri dish
Yeah.
right here. We are the petri dish.
Especially this.
Especially this for I mean, Christ,
Shine a black light in here.
if you took all the people that are actually part of this show and just said, yo, write some shit down that you've done, taken, or been given,
How are you feeling?
fine. I feel
Yeah,
pretty
when
good.
he made the suggestion about everyone in Awesome Talk being in a hot tub, I was like, are you fucking high? Like,
It's just like
I would ever get in a hot tub with all of those fucking people.
It's just like a
that
gross,
ball
like,
juice.
ball soup.
Uh,
There's just ball mist rising off the top of the
Ew.
fucking
let's
the hot tub.
let's marinate stones.
Andrew's all shrimpy.
All of our ball hair is just
No.
gently waving
What
in
kind
the
of
breeze.
chemicals are coming out in this soup?
To save our ball trimming, like shaving scum, to
Ah.
add to the broth.
I'll tell you.
Oh, you're the cook. You tell us.
Clink. First clink. That was good. That was really good. That was good.
I'll make it next show. A little ball soup for everybody.
Stone's ball soup.
You know.
Yeah, it was like I heard you second guess that for a second. You were like, oh well, Stone's balls. I don't know. You gotta smell
Let's
like.
not get gross with it.
Yeah.
Bring him to the groomers first.
Greg.
To the groomers.
Greg, you wrote hashtag you're welcome as in you own a welcome.
Yep.
I just want to point that out because I don't want it to mean that you symbolize the rest of the show when you write things like that.
I was just quoting you.
What's the difference between Jesus and a painting of Jesus? It only takes one nail to hang the painting.
Hey-o. Thank you, Flying Piranha.
Great.
I'm going to say, let's see, hashtag nice one. There we go. There you go, world, eat that up.
There, now we're trending.
Now we're good. Twitter's a flutter. Whatever. Mm. So, let's do an around the bar. We haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
Okay, we got, I am Rick, the bartender.
This guy, Rick.
This guy right here.
This guy.
Heavy Metal John.
Heavy Milk John.
John Lackey from SuperTeamH2.com.
Sarah.
And
Mr. Giggy Top.
Daggy Top. All right. Big round of applause for ourselves. We're all here.
We did it.
We made it. We made it.
Good work, guys.
At least we made it, you know? More than I can say for some other members of this group.
Fucking dicks.
Yeah.
Time for another topic.
Huh?
Is it time for another topic?
Well,
Well, we were just talking about how much of dicks people are.
yeah, and they can all suck one.
Yeah,
You know,
they
Twin
can
Peaks,
suck
ball soup.
themselves.
Twin Peaks ball soup.
Columbus Day.
What's that?
Yeah.
Columbus Day.
Let's talk about Columbus. I want to ask
Again.
Rikishi about this. I want to ask him.
Jesus Christ.
I want to ask
Holy
him.
shit.
What was that, a
That's
burp?
becoming a
For
show.
people who are watching right now,
Slow down to like 20
WWF,
minutes.
WWF,
It's WWE
WWE
now. Yeah.
superstar Rikishi is going to be Skyping with us live in a few hours, and that's going to be fucking
And I hope
amazeballs.
every one of you fuckers know his dance.
I want him to. If he dances, I'll go dance. I'll dance next to the screen
I
with him.
said I want his goddamn intro song to play when he fucking calls in. 'cause
Yeah, that
it
would
is
be
the
awesome.
right thing to do.
Yeah, no, I agree
That
with
is
that.
the right thing
But
to
if
do, John
WWE
Haddad.
owns his music, we're gonna have problems
Bullshit.
here.
Someone else uses that song now. They just fucked it up a little
Well,
bit.
then,
So what the fuck?
all right. Well, I could have taken it and
Besides,
fucked it up.
we're
Now
not-
I'm too late. We're gonna have
We're
to make
not
the music with our
selling
mouth.
the music.
Forget it. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Fuck it. We'll do it live. By the way, Bill O'Reilly can suck my dick. I hate that fucking prick. Fuck you, Bill O'Reilly. God, I hate him. I hate him. Fucking fathead, dickwad, asshole, fuckhead.
He probably prays for people.
You're welcome.
And his big. I like the. Do you ever see the parody video they did of that whole thing?
Which
They're on Funny or Die.
What
C-
thing are
'cause
you talking about?
There's like from like 1989. There's this video of Bill O'Reilly like completely fucking freaking out
Oh,
because
yeah,
he
yeah.
can't get the
Wait, that
shit
was
out of his
from the
stupid
80s?
mouth.
Yeah.
It was like 89 or
It was
something
on,
like
like,
I thought
that.
Current
that
Fair
was
or something.
way more current. Maybe
No,
I'm
no,
thinking
no,
of a
it's
different
old.
video.
So on Funny or Die, they cut it so every time he says something, it cuts to the cameraman, and he's like, "Bill, just say the fucking line, man." And he tries it again, and he fucks it up. And he's just like. He's like, use that stupid deflated basketball of a head of yours and think. And he's like, fuck it, we'll do it live. And it's so fucking well done.
I hate all those fucking people, dude.
They're actors.
Yeah.
Like, let me just say this, okay? Bill O'Reilly is an actor.
Yeah.
There is no way on earth that I believe that he believes what he says.
He's just as much a parody as Stephen Colbert was of
Right.
those type of people.
Yeah. It's like, but I worry that like people are gonna underestimate him, like he's stupid, and I don't think he is. I think he's just out to make money.
Sure.
He's a fucking entertainer.
Wherever the controversy is, that's where he'll be.
Yeah.
Doesn't
He's
matter.
Ann Coulter, but she's cuntier.
She's way
She's way
cuntier.
cuntier. We have a consensus.
Yeah, yeah, and
If
that's
she's
true.
even a she, I
Look,
have no idea.
I don't think any of them are even people. I think these are either computer-generated images or cyborgs.
It's Photoshop. They're all Photoshop.
They're all
It's all
Photoshop.
Photoshop.
Yeah,
That's what it
It's actually just people in Green Man suits, and they just.
The other
Just-
day,
yeah.
the
Yeah.
other day we were driving somewhere, and I was like, I know this is gonna sound weird, but we just passed something that I swear looked photoshopped. Like, I know it was real, and it was a tree, but something about it looked fucking photoshopped, and I don't know what that says about me.
That's how it starts.
Yeah, that's exactly how it
Mhm.
starts. I think that's what he said. He's like, yeah, well, if we're in the Matrix, it's possible.
That's right.
None of this is real.
I just saw that cat again.
But some people say that now. They think that this whole thing's a big computer simulation.
I don't know, man.
What if it was? I like my argument is this: it would take only 2 or 3 generations of plugging in before everyone forgot that we lived in a simulation.
You say plugging in as if you're
Matrix
thinking
style.
of Matrix.
Yeah,
That's
totally.
not what simulation exactly
Well,
means.
I think a
That's not
1,000 years in the
simulation,
future
that's
it
more
might
of
be.
like a virtual reality.
Yeah, but that's where we're headed, right? By the way, Oculus Rift looks fucking awesome.
Oh my god, we have to talk about the Oculus Rift thing.
Hold on, we
that's
didn't talk
happening
about
with
Columbus Day.
Interstellar.
Yeah, Columbus.
We got to talk about Columbus Day first. So see, you talk about that because
Table
you
that.
brought it up. We'll come back to Oculus Rift. I want to, but I mean, I'll sweat, dude. I'm sorry if I smell bad. Let me just put that out there to everybody. I'm dealing with a
Sorry,
problem.
chat.
I don't
Still
smell
got
anything.
that
I'm dealing with a problem.
all natural.
I work in a
hippie
hospital,
shit.
man. You're
First
good.
off, the all-natural hippie shit don't work. Okay, it works for a few hours. I smell like tea tree
You
oil,
have
and then
to-
it's
you
over.
Have to reapply the hippie shit.
You can't reapply because then you just smell like body odor plus deodorant. It doesn't block.
Body odor.
Well,
You gotta wash
you
first
need to
and then
make your own
reapply.
some natural herbs and remedies.
Some herbs and remedies.
oils.
Rosemary.
But I can't use regular deodorant for any longer than 6 months at a time without changing because I get up this horrible allergic reaction, and now even the fucking natural stuff is making me. And I'm like, what am I supposed? Because it sucks. Because when I'm at work and someone's standing next to me, I'm like, I know they think I smell like shit because I smell me and it sucks. I smell like a pizza that's been left out for a month. Like I reek.
Pizza.
Like a pizza with ball soup on it. And
So you're working with nothing right now?
right now I got nothing.
They're-
But
they're-
I'm wearing a Bob Marley shirt, and I think he was all natural. So
They were like, I really should have studied. I don't want this fucker next to me.
yeah, right. Yeah, study harder. You won't have to sit next to me.
You didn't do your homework. Now you gotta pay.
So yeah, so I smell bad, and I
There's
know
no
it.
like home remedy shit. There's no like.
Not that I can find. I
Your
mean,
sister needs to make
I
some.
probably could maybe smush some okra under there or some
Right,
shit,
that's what
and there's gotta be
Maybe
some.
need
What-
some
some-
liquid
what's that
latex
nasty
and
stuff
just
people use?
seal up your pits.
What about
Yeah.
patchouli or whatever?
Patchouli, yeah,
Patchouli.
right. I should just sort of like
That stuff
carry.
stinks.
No.
Like I could carry
No,
like
That's
no,
nasty.
that's not.
what are those
that's
things?
not
Incense.
good.
I could carry incense just under my armpits and it'll
Just-
burn slow
just
all
stick
day.
them out of your nipple rings.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, right. They got those little incense
Oh,
pyramids.
yeah.
You know, I pulled my nipple rings when I said
The
it.
incense
Like-
cones just
like-
pushed into the circle.
Like
Oh God.
I got excited when I pulled them. I was like, yes!
Now
Fuck!
we're talking.
I wish we had a car battery up in this bitch.
You just need a chain in the middle.
Yeah, right. It's just every time somebody wants me to talk, they just yank it for a second, like, oh yeah,
Anyway.
Instead of bump me in, it's like
yeah. Instead of bump me in, it's yank my
Ryan
nips.
Grano, what fucking thing sucks?
Fucking thing
I'm
sucks.
not sure what thing.
Oh,
you
that's from the
wanna-
Bill O'Reilly thing.
Ah,
Oh
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Fuck. Oh yeah, right.
Sucks.
Fucking
We-
thing sucks.
we got sidetracked again.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Columbus Day. So talk about Columbus Day in Seattle. What's going on over there?
They are not having a Columbus Day anymore. They changed it. I don't remember. I have to remember the exact title they gave it because
Was it Native American shit? Or
no,
was
it wasn't. Well, was it Native American?
No, I mean like
Wait,
no, I thought the
wait,
name
wait,
of
They're
it.
called Indians, white
Some
man.
Native American shit or whatever.
Round eye.
Yeah. Motherfucker.
Yes, but that's not the name. It wasn't.
It's like
we're
Indigenous
changing-
Peoples
Yeah,
Day.
it's-
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't know.
pretty sure it's Indigenous people.
I am
Day.
so more down to celebrate
Oh, yeah,
Indigenous
it is
Peoples
that.
Day. So more down to fucking celebrate that day.
Downer. Even.
Way downer. Fuck Columbus, man. We talk about Columbus on this show all the fucking
He's a
time. What a
douche.
dick he
So
was,
who are
man.
they acknowledging if they got rid of Columbus Day, or they just get rid of
It's
it?
Indigenous
Just
Peoples
indigenous
Day.
people. So the Native Americans.
So
Well, they-
basically, all the people that Columbus
That
destroyed.
murdered when
Col-
we got here.
Columbus
Raped
didn't
and
really
killed.
discover America anyway. They said
No.
Vikings did first, even
Well,
though you say
well,
like Native
He
Americans were here
didn't
first.
discover
You
it.
can't
He
discover
just-
something that people are already living on.
Right. But why does he get credit for the holiday then?
It's because it's more American folklore that we're taught, so that
Well-
we're like, look at our history. It's so chock full
Well-
of juicy sweetness. and it's not. It's full of
Well,
rapey, weird, murdery, slave.
The weird part is like Thanksgiving celebrated because the Native
Yeah.
Americans and the Pilgrims helped each other kill a rival tribe, and then they ate afterwards.
Yeah, they ate
So-
fucking turkey out of the heads of dead Indians and fucked
So-
all their fucking daughters. Is what
Or
they
the
did.
settlers, Pilgrims, I don't know, but they kill a tribe together. So.
Hey, we got somebody new in the chat. What's going on?
Hello, DM.
DM.
What's up?
Yeah, what's the number? I can't see. On my fucking.
4003.
What's up?
I couldn't see
Hey,
it from
Marcus,
this
and I can't fucking see.
Chinese Admiral Zheng.
You stink,
discovered
you
America
can't
in
see.
1421.
Nice.
We're taking you out the pasture.
I actually also read that Columbus, that
We
somebody
will
else.
upload Super Groove video
Huh?
at some point. We had a technical difficulty, and that is what. held
Is somebody
us up.
asking about Super Groove?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I didn't just interrupt you randomly and thought of the most random fucking
No, yeah, I know.
subject I could.
Well, yeah, the Super Groove footage we're trying to be really, really meticulous about, and hopefully this
lot.
weekend the Super Groove material will be up. I want to throw a shout out to Alan,
Yeah, dude,
Fenster
he
Maker,
saved our
man.
ass.
That dude saved our ass because halfway through the show, you guys might not even. I don't even know if you know
I
this.
wasn't-
Halfway through the show, you remember the power went out in our tent?
Yes.
That file was destroyed.
Really?
Alan
It would
filmed
be hundreds
everything.
of dollars to get it repaired.
Yeah,
Wow.
Alan
I-
filmed everything that was lost. He had not only did he have it filmed, but filmed brilliantly in HD film.
Wow.
And
Nice.
gave it to us.
And gave it to us. So that dude,
That's awesome.
he also told me today that he's going to be at the live show at the Saint filming for
Nice.
us too. He's just offering it, dude, just to be a part of it,
That's
dude. And
great.
I think that's really, really great.
That is.
You know, you should be, Alan. You drank enough beer, motherfucker. No, but thank him, no, man. He
Yeah.
was that was great, man.
DM Star
This is
Trek
the
guy.
Star Trek guy.
God damn it, Star Trek guy.
Are you gonna drop the mic and walk away tonight?
Marcus Attilius.
Who's Marcus Attilius?
I don't know, but I like that name.
It's a good name.
It's a good name.
Sounds like
Strong
Gladiator
man.
or something.
Strong.
Powerful.
So the
It's a power name.
yeah. So fuck
Power-
Columbus
power.
Day.
Yeah, fuck that dude.
Yeah.
I
you
hope all
kinda-
the other states fucking.
Yeah, but
you know
do you
what's
kinda
gonna
feel like
happen?
every state
You know
is
what's gonna
put, like-
happen? There's gonna be, and listen, I'm Italian, so you shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a bunch of dumb fucking Italians in Seattle that are gonna bitch and moan about how Columbus Day
Well, hold
is
on.
for them. And
Hold on.
Fucking guy.
Italian like Jacopo's Italian,
No,
or Italian
no,
like
no,
American
no.
Italian?
No.
Like Gabagool Italian.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Cool.
Hey!
Yo,
Yo.
The Brajol. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's a different kind of Italian. And the
Brajol.
kind of Italians that don't know what Columbus Day is.
Yeah.
Mozzarella.
Oh, he was paid by the
Why,
Queen
like, why
of
do you
Spain,
wanna-
so
Why do you
it's
want
not
to
even
take?
like he was coming from Italy.
Dude,
Yeah,
if
but you said it might not have
okay,
been from
first
Italy.
of all, it is so slight. But if he was born in Genoa, Genoa wasn't even a fucking part of Italy at the time. Okay,
I
so
thought he was from Spain.
yeah, he most likely was.
Right.
So the thing is, like, if you were born in, let's say, Ohio, which was its own country, and then it was fucking swallowed up by Mexico,
Yeah.
how are you Mexican?
Right.
You're fucking not.
right.
Like,
Yeah, same
Yeah.
thing.
just,
By the way,
5,000 miles.
DM,
apart.
that's actually a good joke. I said you're gonna drop the mic and walk away, and he said I can't. It's attached to my. It's a good joke.
That's good.
It's a really good joke.
Star Trek guy says he can't drop the mic because it's attached to his CPU.
I just said
You're
that.
just rambling.
I know, man. I'm going off, man.
He's getting it all out.
Yes, sir, we are, man. Yes, sir, we are. I won't
out.
tell you where.
Auto blow it out.
Also, otherwise, I go outside, and my tires would be fucking slashed. You don't need that shit.
Set phasers to slash.
I know how-
Take care of it.
I know how you Star Trek
I was
hippies are.
thinking of Star Trek. And I'm like, I don't know any.
I know that one.
Because that show sucks, so that's why.
Here's a good
Did you like
sport,
the new
though.
movies? The new Star Trek?
What?
Star
Star
Trek
Trek?
movies are good.
I like them.
Star Trek show sucks.
Yeah, I didn't get it. That was a big following though.
So, should I throw something new up there?
Yes.
What about
Wait, what did I say? What did I
Oculus.
say was it?
Oh yeah, you want to talk about Oculus
Dude,
first?
Yeah, everyone should look this up. Interstellar is a movie that's coming out, and
Oh
it's
my
a
God.
space movie. Okay, so here's the thing. Oculus Rift and Interstellar are teaming up to do this fucking thing where you can put on Oculus Rift and it's like you're in the fucking ship that's in the movie, and you see like Saturn and stuff, and the reviews were like, it's like you're in space. It's fucking incredible. The best part is that all the places they're doing this, it's free. So
That's
go
awesome.
there. Like, go and find the fucking list of places that are doing it and go and fucking do it, because I can't, dude, if I had the opportunity, the only place that's doing it around here soon is like this week in New York, and I think it's tomorrow, and I'm like, wah,
That's
wah,
big.
wah.
Yeah.
But if anyone
That's
else can
fucking
do it,
awesome,
dude. If anyone
though,
can do
man.
it, report back to us. Let us know how
They did
fucking
something like
much
that.
we should be jealous.
Like for Game of Thrones, there's a thing called the Wall, and there's just a giant ice wall, but it has an elevator attached to it. And on the show, they can go up the elevator to
yeah.
get to the top of it. So they had an Oculus thing for that, where you basically get into the elevator and go up this like rickety ass wall.
Oh, cool.
But it's like a million stories, whatever the hell it is. But that was like one of the first things I ever heard.
It would have been.
They had the roller coaster that like goes through someone's living room. Like
Yeah,
they shrink
really,
you
that
down and
video
you like
is so
go
great.
off the couch and like over the. It's fucking
yeah, that
crazy,
video is
dude.
awesome.
Oculus, I think, would break my brain.
I
would
think
just
it would
be
make
too
me
much.
really motion sick,
Yeah.
but I still want to live in that world.
I just
Yeah, like.
I know. I just want to play Half-Life, and it.
It's,
There's
but
so many things.
that's
Like,
the
I don't
future of
even
it.
know.
By the way, that's
Yeah.
the future of porn.
Well,
Very much the future of
You're
fucking
just
porn.
air humping
I don't want-
with this thing attached to your face.
You got the auto blow on, and
I don't wanna
anybody
be-
you can build yourself. And
No,
you're just like,
it's-
I don't need to leave the house
You
anymore.
know that
It's-
that clip right there is coming back to haunt you,
Yes,
right?
totally.
Yes.
I'm
Totally.
posting that on Brian
Yeah.
Sloan's page.
another
Hashtag
satisfied
thanks,
customer.
Brian.
Yeah.
He poked a hole in the bottom of the box.
Yeah, well.
I don't want to be in any porn that I'm watching. You know what I mean?
No, you're not. But you're
I
there.
can look down
But
and
it's
see
like-
You're
my
not
abs.
watching yourself.
John only watches John on John porn.
Yeah.
do you remember?
Activation Part 9.
Do you remember Demolition Man, where Sylvester Stallone and
yeah.
what was the other name? The
Oh,
other-
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, they have that
And they have sex
headset
with
on.
the
It's getting
headset
all
on.
intense and stuff.
Yeah, and
It's
he
so
like
funny.
took it off like, whoa, what the fuck is this? I'm Rocco Adrian.
I just finished. Oh.
Yeah. I do feel like he definitely came in his drawers before he took that thing off. You're looking at me like you have no idea what I'm talking about.
I don't know. I know what movie he's talking about. but
There
I
was a
don't
scene where
remember it.
no one has sex in the movie Demolition Man. It's based off that book, and they put these virtual headsets on, and then it's like they're having sex but not touching each other.
Are they air humping?
No,
Hey, DM.
they're just going into like convulsions because
DM.
they're
Convulsions?
touching each other
That's really
in their
funny.
minds.
Yeah. Deanne, have you ever been to a Turkish prison?
Guys like gladiator movies.
That's great. That's a good reference.
Yeah, the Gladiator movies are good.
Good reference.
The end.
Yeah, that's an airplane reference right there.
The fucking kid in the.
What do you mean by I can tell?
No.
I don't know.
It's
what
probably
that
all
is.
the
from Monmouth
fucks you
County.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
how
a
can
while
you tell?
ago.
Because John's not, and I'm not literally from.
Neither is
I
he.
just am in.
No,
at
not
the moment.
actually. The only person in this room from Monmouth County is me, and I'm not even technically originally from Monmouth County.
Where are you originally from?
Loser.
I don't know because I was a kid. I lived in Woodbridge when I was a kid, so I guess
it's more
that's
north. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even fucking know what county Woodbridge is in because I was really little.
Hudson for life.
So, 18-year-old in Kyrgyzstan
Yep.
got
Not this
surgery.
place again.
Got surgery to remove a 9-pound hairball from her stomach.
What, does she have the problem with eating her hair?
Yeah,
Is
she
that
eats,
what it is?
yeah, but not only does she
Strange
eat hair,
addictions.
but she picks
Not the
hair
first time
and
this-
picks carpet off the floor and eats it.
Nice.
Does she pick her own hair? Yeah.
Yeah, she eats like the ends of her
Does
own
she
hair.
has
Yeah,
trichotillomania?
Yeah,
Does she pick it out of her
trichotillomania.
head, or does she only eat the
I think
ends?
she eats the ends.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's not the same.
But she said that since
a
this
different-
happened,
Bitch.
what's so fucking crazy is that they really want you to see the hairball when they take it out, and it's like the size of a
Yeah.
dead cat. 9 pounds. It's a 9-pound hair because it got to the point where she couldn't eat anymore. She like the food was like going down and coming right back up, and it just looks like a big mushed up dead cat.
Jesus.
And what would you do with it? I would keep it. Yeah, sure.
Sure.
I'd put it in a glass case just
that's
as a reminder.
disgusting.
I'd
Never do that
etch
again.
something in the glass that says never forget.
You can donate the hair to cancer patients.
Oh,
Oh,
What? They brush it out.
just wear like a helmet.
that was so good. Somebody click me on that.
That's.
Oh,
another level.
you always gotta go there. You always gotta go there.
Take it to the next level.
I thought it was
Lumps of-
obvious.
lumps
But
of-
what? Why do they eat the tips of their hair? I don't get that part.
I do it.
What is the
I eat
benefit
my
from-
goatee all the time.
No, I mean when
Yeah,
they rip,
I don't even realize
they rip the hair and then they eat the root of it. Like, why would you do
Oh,
that?
it pops.
Oh.
What?
It's because it pops. That's why people eat the root of it. I'm serious.
Pops
Like Rice Krispies?
Because your hair follicle is sort of like a tiny little
It's got a little thing on the
bubble
end,
almost. So if you bit
Oh.
into it, it would pop like a
You
tiny
gotta
little
put,
grape.
so-
Like a tiny self-produced grape.
Like
Oh.
Right
bite,
on your head.
It's just got
With
your
hair
head cheese
attached
all
to
in
it.
it. Like, you gotta hope it's a
someone,
root.
And,
like someone
shampoo.
biting a zit, like explodes.
Oh, God, like biting a tick. Ugh. Ugh. You just explodes. You're like,
Let's
gotta.
think of all the gross things that would explode if you bit that.
I wish more of my head was exploding in my mouth when I bit down.
That's what she said.
Just popping like a water balloon of head stuff.
Of head hair.
Can we
Junk.
make pube wigs out of it and then wear them into the hot tub for the ball suit?
Dude, I will wear the biggest pube wig you've
Unpopped.
got.
Unpopped, so they marinate in the water.
Yeah, yeah. You want the root of the pube hair to be as bulbous as possible, so that when the water gets hot, you got these little.
Hey, I read today that pubic hair has a lifespan of about 4 weeks.
Really?
So your pubic hair is all new and
hair
That's
on
not
your
true.
head has like a lifespan of about 7 years.
Hold on a minute. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna dye the tips,
Yeah,
and then
find
we're
out.
gonna see in 4 weeks how many are left.
Smart.
All right, let's do that.
That's
I
called
know a
science.
chick
Yeah.
I know a chick
Thank
with
you.
blue pubes.
What's that?
I know a chick with blue pubes.
Yeah.
It
That's
happens.
about the end of my story, I guess.
Yeah.
How does that
Was it
work?
natural?
4 weeks later, were they still blue?
No, well, I don't know.
Why do you know that it pops?
Actually, because I remember watching someone talk about chewing on the ends that had this problem of pulling the hair out, and specifically talking about why they liked chewing on the hair follicle.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, was that National Geographic taboo?
I don't know what the fuck
probably
it was.
on
It was
Strange
Tattoo
Strange
Camp
Addictions.
Confessions.
Do a lot of that
I
stuff.
like chewing on my hair.
Yeah.
Feels good in my
Do you
mouth.
guys like gladiator movies?
Yeah, that's from Airplane. Do you know Airplane?
I don't remember.
Oh my god.
Dude, I'm sorry. And almost anything you ask me if I know, at this point, I'm like, I don't remember.
I do hate when
anything.
you say like, "Have you ever seen that before?" and then you say no, and like, "Oh my god!" Like it's always like,
Fuck it,
like
Dad!
what is wrong with you?
Well,
Like,
we
I
have-
only do that to very specific, important things to me.
right? Yes. There's like 3 movies where you can do that.
Yeah. Blue
Each.
pubes.
3 movies each.
Then she'll say, "You're sitting down right now and watching it with me."
Yeah. Right.
She kind of looked like a kinky anime girl. Although
That
not,
sounds pretty
not
sexy.
Really
Were they blue
Asian.
naturally or were they dyed?
Her?
Yeah.
Oh no, not natural.
Oh, okay.
I told you, she looked like the fuck is that stupid
Smart
little
fat.
bitch's name?
What little
We were
bitch?
talking about her yesterday.
From Diane Ford?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yolandi Visser?
Yolandi
yeah,
Visser,
she
yeah.
looks like her.
I like Yolandi. She's a
love
nasty
Yolandi
little
Visser.
bitch. She just seems like the type of chick like who would seriously rip your nuts
Yes.
off if she got pissed off.
Yes.
Like for real. Like anybody who lives in South Africa has seen some shit. Like you look at him, look at Ninja.
Yeah.
And like you realize he's younger than me, and then you see him
Really?
totally differently. He's like 3 years younger than me.
Really?
And you're like, that dude has been through some shit.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing but respect. I'm not
Yes,
dissing the
right.
guy.
I follow
Like-
them on Instagram and I feel like I'm with them all day because it's just like a million pictures.
Well,
just like,
she posts pictures
he
every
does
5
too.
minutes.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, just constant. But
Ooh.
I love them.
But good for them, man. I like the way they responded to Lady Gaga
Yeah, that fucking video.
with the boom.
That was great.
That was great, man. Yeah, they made a fucking stand. They made a real stand. They were like,
Yeah.
"Fuck this, we're not." Because you know what would happen to them after that? What they would try. And I don't think those two are changing for anybody.
No.
You know, they're the real deal. And that's.
Well, so they had a bunch
Go
of
ahead.
before that.
Go
Whoa,
ahead.
whoa, whoa.
Go ahead.
Alright, I'm not, you can't, it's okay to be like, they're awesome, they're
Yeah,
great,
sure.
respect, but when you say they're the real deal about
Okay.
a band that was clearly a parody, then
No,
you
no,
can't
Ninja says
say
that's not
that-
true.
why would you not say that? Why would
He
you
said,
not
yeah,
say
but like
that if you were
he just
in it?
he says it's art. That's
does
that, and
say
he was
it's
he was
art.
questioned about
And I
that,
get
and he got
that.
pissed off at that too.
I know because they get it all the fucking time, but after being in 6,000 other parody bands and then starting this one as basically sort of a parody too.
I don't know anything about their other
Like-
bands, so I didn't know
weren't
they
as good.
did
Not-
anything else. But parody of what? Like they were like out like
It
Weird
was
Al
like,
Yankovic
it was like the
parody?
way that like the left rights are basically more a joke than a real fucking band.
Yeah.
Like
that takes a lot of
that's what I
mushrooms
mean
to
by
make the
parody.
left rights.
That's what I mean by
A lot of
parody.
mushrooms there. I just.
Yeah, I love how fucking James were you there that night when James Gallus fucking tried to tell us? No, you weren't. James Gallus.
Who is that? It's for people who don't know.
Mindless self-indulgence's old manager. I don't know if he still manages that.
Yeah.
For their fucking sake, I hope not, but whatever. Anyway, I remember one night that dude tried to fucking tell me and some friends that the first Left or Right's album was all done in one night, and we're like, yeah, dude, we actually know what it takes to record an album. Like, he's like, yeah, they just, like, they ate a ton of candy and drank a bunch of energy drinks, and they just sat all night
my
long.
God.
And I'm like,
Somebody
you are
else told me
such
that once,
a
and I was like,
fucking
yeah, they ate
loser
candy, all right.
liar.
They had candy called
Like,
mushrooms and cocaine.
You don't have to sell these dudes. They
Yeah, we're
sell
already here.
themselves. Like,
Yeah.
your stupid bald ass does nothing but sit in the background and bullshit people.
Hey, man, what are you going to do? Managers, right?
I hate that fucking guy.
Micromanage.
I feel like
For anybody who
a
doesn't know what we're
lot of
talking about, there's a group from South Africa called Die Antwoord.
Can I,
And they're
Stones,
fucking crazy. Go ahead, Stones, what do you do? There's no end to the
No,
fucking
because
circus.
I've been so angry today that I feel like I've reached my limit because honestly at this point, like, if there's any more anger added, I'm gonna die.
Oh. Let it out. You got hate in your heart, let it out.
Can I just say I'm still doing kids' homework and I still have late assignments due and I need to be up at 4:30 in the morning and I hate my life.
Yeah. You need to quit. You need to quit.
We hate your life too.
Yeah. Whatever, balls.
Fucking
Whatever, balls.
excuses, everyone.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yes, you are, John Haddad.
John
Never
had
say it
that.
like that.
I love it.
It's not pronounced that way, but whatever.
It is now. Dude,
Florida.
like my mouth just automatically wants to move faster.
Dun-dun-dun.
That's what she said.
Well, it sounds like a stutter, you know? John had
Thanks.
Yeah.
I get it from all different angles from my last name.
That's what she said. Hey-o.
Heyo. What else are we gonna talk about?
All right, Florida.
Again.
Dude, I have more Florida stories. You can't believe how much dumb shit comes out of Florida. Like, Florida, you're like the bastard stepchild that, like, no one fucking, like...
The bastard stepchild of your own incestuous marriage.
Like, what was Florida doing before this? Like, I feel like this whole Florida thing in the last 5 years just has been amplified. Like, what is going on down there? Like, did they just go broke and shit and now everyone's just insane? Like...
I don't know.
This
maybe all
dude-
the oil just fucked them up.
Norm Clausen.
Oh, Norm Clausen.
Yeah, old Norm. Now we all know, love Norm. He called 911, which one is wont to do when there's an emergency. And he called 911 because there were some big flies in his home.
All right.
Well, it's Florida, so.
Well, I mean, the flies have got to be the size of fucking birds.
The cockroaches are gigantic,
bunch
too.
Of fucking racist assholes down there. He probably meant there were black kids playing in the fucking neighbor's yard.
Come
But that
kill
is
these
true.
birds.
That is true.
That is not an allegation. That has come from fact. I
You
know,
know-
that everyone down there is racist fucktards.
It's interesting because
My great grandfather, KKK member, is from there.
from Florida.
Yes, indeed.
See, I think a lot. Like,
Swear.
when I think of the. Do you
I
understand
didn't know
this?
The dude. I never met him.
When I think of Florida, I don't think of the South. I just think of Disney
and
World.
yet
Like, it doesn't.
it's
It doesn't.
quite down there.
I think it
Quite
depends on
far.
where you go.
Yeah, but exactly,
Pretty
it's
south.
farther down there than almost everything.
It dangles.
It dangles.
It does.
It's like a big cancerous
Dangly.
dick.
I think it's
Yeah.
I think it's North Florida that's more, country like.
Yeah.
northern
Yeah, it
part.
seems that way. How's the Panhandle? I just want to say Panhandle. I don't know what the
It
fuck's
sounded
going on
legit.
there.
It sounded like
You know?
really, yeah.
Florida is the dick of the U.S. And you all know the dick is the only active when the blood is transferred to brain to make it erect. That's why it's all fucking weird.
That's a good
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
That's
I agree.
Probably exactly what it is.
And what's funny is that I have friends in Florida.
Yeah, I do too.
So all day long,
And they need to get out.
they send me
Their
stories
newspapers.
because the shit that they're dealing with,
Clippings.
the
Yeah.
shit that they are dealing with down there, like, you know what I'm saying, like, so they send me these articles like, I think you're gonna want to see this. I
Yeah.
think you're gonna want to see this. And every time I
And
get sent
this,
something, I'm
and
like,
this.
it's just like the fucking dude who got stuck in a bubble in the ocean. Did you
Oh,
see
yes,
this?
I
in
did
Florida?
see that.
And it was like,
From Florida?
yeah.
Yeah.
And you got trapped out there.
Come on, honestly, if you were stuck in Florida and you didn't have a way out, wouldn't you get in a bubble?
Oh
inside
yeah,
the
you're
ocean?
floating a bubble the fuck out of there like a
Yeah,
fucking beer
exactly.
fart. You're just your way out.
Get me out.
Dude, it was $141,000 to go rescue him. Now, that number seems a little inflated to me. Just send a helicopter
like,
out there and pick him up. Like, what the fuck is the deal?
I don't know.
Or go by with a plane with a ladder hanging out the fucking door and he can grab onto it. If he misses it, fuck
But
him.
he
Leave
was
him
in a
out there.
bubble.
Wasn't he doing it for like world peace or something?
I
Like,
don't
he had
know
some
what the hell
reasoning
he was
behind
doing.
Drugs.
Drugs.
He did it for drugs.
He did it for the drugs. So, yeah.
I didn't realize he was from Florida.
Yeah, $141,000 to go save that fucking asshole. Why?
Tax money put to good use right there.
I don't know. I kind of feel like once in
I
a
don't know.
while.
I would rather tax money go to a guy in a bubble than to tasing a bunch of old people for no reason.
Yeah, I agree with that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so fucking sick of hearing
Save
these
all the
fucking
guys
stories.
in bubbles.
Yeah.
I watched a fucking video today of some cops smashing some dude's window out because he didn't have his ID on him, and they fucking blew glass all over the guy's kids in the back seat, and then they're pulling him out the fuck. I'm like, what are you guys fucking doing?
Right.
Like, what is going on here, man? And
We let them.
the only thing that pisses me off about that is I know a lot of conspiracy theorists are crazy. Okay, like Alex Jones. You listen to Alex Jones for too long, you're like, oh my god, I can't take this
Yeah,
fucking
too
guy.
much.
No
I
matter
don't
what you
believe
think.
he's real. I believe that that there's a very. I'm the conspiracy
Yeah.
theorist. I
Yeah.
honestly
He's not a real
don't
person.
believe.
There's a whole
No,
movement
I don't
online
believe-
that says
I believe
that
just
says
like
he's a
what he
CIA
said about
guy.
Bill
Yeah.
O'Reilly is true about
It's just
Alex
made up.
Jones.
Yeah.
He does not believe what he says.
Right.
He knows that
He
he's
sells too much
pandering.
bullshit on his
He's
website to
pandering.
believe that capitalism is coming to some
Yeah.
end, dude.
Right, exactly.
But at the same time, all these people 10 years ago were pointing to all these articles and contracts and facts and saying, this is what is coming, and people just giggled it off like there weren't going to be drones here, and now they're fucking here. So now what? It feels so fucking weird that we were like eased into this
Yeah.
world like this, where everything's under fucking complete surveillance all the fucking time.
But we let it happen.
We asked
for
for
it
it.
to happen.
World dominant. I'm gonna fuck the quote up
You've
because I've
done
been
that. You
drinking.
did that at the show.
I know I did.
You're
World.
doing this like every episode now.
I know. Well, they say world conquest will come by consent and not by conquest. Whatever the fuck. You know what the hell I
This
fucking
is
hell I
so
mean.
much more mutated than first.
In other words, motherfuckers are gonna ask to be controlled. It's not just gonna be forced on them.
Right.
It's the most genius piece of social engineering you could ever fucking think of.
Decades and decades long social.
Decades, because they realized early on you can't just take people as slaves because they get mad and other people get mad. But if you slowly ease generations into
Just
being
lull
fucked
them
up the
into it.
ass,
Yeah.
they'll just be like, oh yeah, I've always been
accept it.
fucked up the ass. There's no problem
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
This is
You
great.
know?
Thank you.
This is just life, I guess.
Please,
This
Mom,
is
can I
how
have
it
some
works.
more?
Thank you, Merca.
This is how it works.
Yeah. So,
So can we just talk about this now?
what's that?
And not just this specifically, but also just.
She looks like
just,
that
but
chick,
Also
I
just,
I can't believe that's her.
but not just
What
this.
you have to
wait,
say what
wait,
magazine it's
not
from.
just this, but also just the slew of this in general, and how like you put it the most perfect way. It's like the Hunger Games now.
Yes.
There's them.
Hollywood
and us.
is the Hunger
And
Games,
it's getting
yes.
to a point where all the rich people also look like their own species.
Yes.
Right.
And it's creepy that Gwen Stefani is now on that list.
Gwen Stefani
And
was
I
so beautiful.
Swear,
She didn't
I
need to do
swear
anything
this
to
is
herself.
actually her face. I am not making
What
this
magazine is it from?
Can we get it closer to the auto blow too?
Yeah.
up.
Here we go. And just so you know, if you really want to, you could cut a hole in her mouth
And jerk
put
off.
the Auto Blow 2 behind it.
Just like we
And
do
never
with Stones' head.
What magazine is this
and
from?
never come. They always keep it clean.
What magazine is this
I
from?
feel like
Us
it's,
Weekly?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, man, like, she looks
Oh,
like a
it
fuck
is
doll.
so
Like, she looks
scary.
plastic.
I can't believe
we didn't
that's
get the shot,
the same
right?
person.
We didn't get the shot? Oh.
Put it back on the box, but aim it towards that camera.
This
Put it on
one.
the box.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
There we go.
You know?
That's
But,
what she
like,
said. Jokes all night.
She just.
All night.
This could be a computer simulation. This doesn't even have to be a fucking person. And
Yeah.
Gwen Stefani was fucking gorgeous, man. She would have aged gorgeous.
Also,
She already
it looks like
was
she has, like,
aging
neck
good.
slats or something.
Yeah,
Like,
what's going on with that? I don't know.
Makes it look-
She has ventilation systems in her.
But it's not just
It's
her.
like Bane or something.
But then I have a sympathetic side when it comes
I
to
don't.
people like her. Well, I do because somebody like her has always made money off of the way she looks.
Really?
And her style.
So
Total-
what does
well,
that say about her music?
No, hold on. No, her early music, yes. When she was young, though, and beautiful and didn't have to worry about getting older, there wasn't a question about that. And the music was awesome. The songs that she did with Sublime were fucking shit.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
So, she was, you know, I had respect for Gwen. Even when they put out the that Rock Steady album.
Rocksteady, yep.
I liked Rocksteady because I liked the philosophy behind it, which was all the fucking alternative kids from back in the day turned their backs on us, so we're gonna appeal to a new fucking audience.
Yeah.
And they did it well, and they sold the shit out of that album.
Yep.
You know?
Then she became like a little Asian rapper or something.
Yeah,
She
that's
had
what
she
she
had that
looks
weird-
like.
She had that weird.
She looks like she could be in Baby Metal. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty sad.
But yeah, we were looking but yeah, it's like the Hunger Games, man. People who are famous and in Hollywood, they've got a whole bizarre look. They're separated from the rest of us. There's a sort of weird royalty going on there.
Yeah, it's creep-tastic.
You know? And it is royalty because every time a fucking celebrity has a kid now, the kid is instantaneously a fucking celebrity.
Yeah.
Instantaneously?
Yep.
Whatever, a
Instantly,
celebrity.
not instantaneously.
Instantly
There
a
is
fucking
difference
yeah, I know there's a
between them.
difference. It's just they're instantly a fucking celebrity, and then they grow up to be a fucking celebrity. So it's like
Yeah.
now Hollywood has its own factory of fucking Hollywood offspring, and they don't really need to bring anybody new in.
It's true.
But all the plastic surgery brings off the wrong message too, because it's saying she's not good enough, so she shouldn't have any plastic surgery. In my opinion.
I agree.
She's good the way she was.
I mean, she can't. I mean, how old is she? She's not fucking old. Like,
Like
She's
40.
probably about 40, but
she's in her
she still looks
40s, right?
good.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
the
looks
fuck,
good.
man.
How's Gavin holding up?
I think he
He's lucky he's married to Gwen Stefani. That's how he's holding up.
really? Because based on what I just saw, I don't think it's that.
I don't mean
much
because of her looks. I mean because nobody would know who the fuck he is right now if it wasn't for her. She still gets her picture taken everywhere
We
she
came
goes.
up with
He's
another
not in
band.
Team
Yeah,
Bop
but
anymore.
the reason why is because she's on TV. She's a TV host
Yeah.
Of what?
of a fucking
Some
music
singing
contest,
show or
like
whatever.
not American
Ah.
Idol, but the same shit.
The
Music
the
contests
voice
are
or something?
painful.
Is it the voice?
Yeah, well, there's
Yeah.
the girl that you said is respectful. Not really. She's a fucking singing contest person. And
Well, I
oh,
know. I
well,
said
Howard
she was
Stern-
respectful.
Howard
yeah.
Stern is too, right?
Yeah.
Stern, no.
Didn't
He does
do?
America
No,
Has
he
Talent.
did, but there's
Yes, he
something
did.
about Stern that I will always love no matter what he does.
It's
That- I
just
mean-
a sellout thing to do.
Right, but
Yeah.
Stern, first off, Stern knows when it's time to reemerge in the public eye, and he chooses where he's gonna go, and he goes, "Hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
Now I'm relevant again because I feel like being relevant again."
But it's not like he's doing anything on the radio anymore, right? I mean, I
No,
know
he's
he
not
still
serious.
But like, I feel like barely, right? I feel
No,
like
he's got a whole channel. That's
Yeah, I
like a
know.
Howard
I
channel.
just mean
People
in
have
terms
to
of, like,
pay for the
weekly,
series.
You have to pay for it, but I just mean like in terms of like a
It's
weekly
reduced, but-
show. Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
sure.
A reduced show, but a lot of repeats and.
But, like-
if you love the show and you enjoy the content,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can still listen to an old
Dude.
show and believe it's new.
Yeah.
Him and Robin are still one of the best teams ever
Yeah, I
in
still
talk
love,
radio.
I still love Howard Stern.
You know, it's like, and we do a talk show here, so like I always cite Howard as one of the kings.
Yeah.
You know, I had somebody I had like a little argument with on Facebook, and they fucking dissed Howard. He's like, "Well, Howard's not relevant anymore." I was like, "Yo, don't shit on the heavyweights, man." Like Howard did things. The greatest radio broadcast I can ever remember hearing was on 9/11, and it was the Howard Stern
I
show.
actually heard that.
Hands down.
The
That's
best.
when I started respecting
And
him a lot more.
I was doing tile work on the 11th story. I'm doing one of those. Where were you on 9/11? I was on the 11th story.
beautiful
I feel like you
Of a
told
building.
this during us sometime.
I don't remember
I
if
think it was
I
on
did.
Ice in the Face.
It might have been ice in the face. And we saw the smoke in New York from where we were before the radio even, or the news even knew what was going on. And Stern, the Empire State Building had been evacuated, and he stayed there with all the fucking equipment turned on and did the fucking broadcast. And had people calling in and shit. And I was like, dude, if the World Trade Center, both buildings got hit, and you're in the Empire State Building, you have to be worried that your building is next. Like, that's the next thing after the fucking World Trade Center. And if you remember, the original report said there were 7 planes missing. Originally, they thought it was 7 planes. So,
Yeah, you just lose some planes and don't realize how many.
yeah, well, hey, look at the fucking Malaysian plane that still has gone. How the fuck do you lose a plane? If you get your phone stolen, you can track it the fuck down. They can't find a plane?
Ask Courtney Love, she knows where it is.
Yeah, Courtney loves
Yeah,
us.
they have satellites and everything. They could have
It's in her
found it.
vagina, maybe. That you could lose a plane in there.
In Courtney Love's vagina?
Uh,
Toads.
Did you hear the audio of her? Some guy was recording her for a live show or something,
Right.
and she pissed him off or didn't pay him or something. So he released the raw audio
Yeah.
of her singing and playing
Oh,
from
yeah.
this one show, and it's like nothing. It's garbage. It's
Yeah.
like she can't sing, she can't play. Like the whole thing is just insane.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that was Rikishi.
Oh.
Just letting me know that everything was all good.
Good.
That's all.
Nice.
when are they going to come out with ugly fuck dolls? Well, they already have them, and you can also customize your real doll order so you can make them look as ugly as your heart desires. Or you can make them blue Twi'leks.
Yes. In a perfect world.
And in this world, well, I don't know if they'll do the head tails.
Is that how you say it? Twi'leks?
People say them in so many different
I would have
ways.
said Twi'leks.
Many people say Twi'leks, some people say Twi'leks.
Say what? What are you saying?
It's that DJ Twi'leks.
Only play Star Wars dubstep.
Flubstep.
Oh my god! I'm looking up Star Wars dubstep right now.
Oh, yeah.
It
No,
has to
it
be.
has
Yeah,
to
there
exist.
probably is
Come
that.
on.
With
That-
sound
that
effects.
actually exists.
Sound effects from the
ST, and
movie.
it's gonna be like Star Wars
Yep.
dubstep.
From the last time I looked it up.
I need to look this up in my history.
It's just my YouTube page, and it's all every Star Wars song ever made from every episode redone in dubstep.
Oh god.
That's awesome, man. I'm talking to Rikishi. I think he thinks he's supposed to Skype in now.
Oh.
And we're supposed to have him on in about an hour, so I'm just communicating with him to make sure everything's all good. I'm not good with time zones. So when I
Where is
say
he?
11 here,
Is he in
You just
Florida?
assume everybody has the same 11 o'clock as we do.
It's
he's either in
America.
Vegas or California.
So he's like 3
they're like
hours
an
off.
hour.
Yeah,
behind.
yeah.
3 hours difference.
Yeah, so I think it's a 3-hour difference, so.
It is motherfucking hot up in
Yeah, it
this
is
Yeah,
hot in here. I
what's
turned
the
the
deal?
AC off because, like, I
Can
didn't
we-
want the fucking humming
I'm
sound.
sorry,
Can
I'm
we
looking
op-
at birds.
Yeah.
Can we open the window?
Yeah, you want to open a window? Sure.
Yeah, that one usually.
Totes.
Awesome Doctor's trying to eat
Get a
up
little
in here.
air. It's getting
You
hot
want
in
to be
here.
hot, shit. You want to eat, you want to be hot.
I want hot and cool.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a
Cool.
breeze, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. About to hang my balls out the window, get them cooled off.
Yeah.
So my sperm work.
Before I put them in the soup.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You want to air them out before you soup them up. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Air the balls before you soup the balls.
True.
So then they're fucking simmering. You said there's a 3-hour difference, right?
For California.
California.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he might have been asking then, 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Hold on,
If
hold
it's 8
on,
p.m.,
hold
then
on.
yeah, it would be 11 here.
I think it's just awesome you talking to him.
Yeah, it is
We
awesome.
do math now.
No, just Rikishi.
8 minus-
messages.
No, I do feel cooler sometimes when certain people communicate with me.
Hey, listen, I like talking to you.
Yeah. You know what I
I
mean?
feel
yeah.
pretty cool.
I feel pretty cool. I show people at work. I'm like, look who's talking to me. It's Sarah.
And then you showed in the picture of me holding the big fish.
Yeah, you're holding the big fish. See that? She loves that fish. It's big and fishy. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? I think he might have tried to call.
Give us your new topic.
Oh, you ready?
Sure.
Okay. Florida.
Ah,
Weird.
Again.
A
God.
semi. Not a half-hard penis, but a truck.
Aw.
Crashed
Forget it,
into
I'm out. I'm out.
crashed into a school bus, injuring 7 kids. In the cab with the driver was a naked woman. Before the crash, people had called 911 and reported a truck driving erratically. When the cops showed up, they gave the woman a towel to cover up.
She was completely naked?
She was naked in the fucking truck. Look, listen, if you're gonna get some roadhead,
Yeah, that's
for
a
the
lot
love
of
of
work.
fucking God, hold the wheel steady, dude. Like, don't fucking... Look, he's in a semi. No one can even see what's going on. He's above
He's in a
the world.
semi with a semi.
He's in a
And
semi with a semi.
Semi driving.
He's semi-driving all over the road. He's semi-staying in the lanes. And they injured 7 kids. You know?
Horrible.
Well, They're only kids, you know.
They're fine.
And they were just
they-
hurt,
do
so
they
that's
even
all I
have-
semi-did.
They don't work.
do
They don't
have-
pay taxes.
Don't they have seatbelts on the school buses now?
They do.
They used to have back in the day. They
They
used to
did
not.
they had lap belts.
I never did.
Yeah, they had belts.
They didn't in my
Like
school
halfway
this
through
year.
high school, they added belts, but we didn't
The
wear
weird
them.
thing was,
Right.
I think I remember that on the bus, some of the seats had belts and the rest didn't. Like the back ones.
Yeah.
I'm
Just
like,
hold on
this
to those
doesn't make
kids.
sense exactly. Yeah, just hold on.
Those kids have belts.
You ever see the videos where they hit a bump and the kid hits the roof?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It's fucking fun.
Okay, we're good. 11 o'clock. We're gonna
Nice.
talk to Rikishi. He's
Nice.
good.
Perfect.
I'm gonna tell him that's awesome. Okay, get ready, everybody. I'm gonna say it.
Everybody listen to the clicking.
THAT.
That was definitely an apostrophe.
All caps.
Try to follow along, Sarah. You
really
put the
doing
apostrophe
it.
in the wrong fucking place, woman.
Did you say it in all caps?
I did say it. I said awesome in all caps. That's how I roll. If you ever notice on Facebook when I write awesome, it's always in all caps. I want to
Yeah.
make sure that people feel the intensity of how awesome things are.
They should.
It's important to me, apparently. Oh, okay. So fuck the kids.
They're fine.
New York, a supermarket employee stole $1,200 worth of meat by trying to hide it in his pants.
What kind of? That must have been
reminds
expensive
me.
meat.
Oh.
Well, that's one of the things they said about Rikishi.
What?
2,000 pounds below the belt.
6,000 pounds
I'm
below the belt.
sorry,
That's
I'm-
right.
what was I
Come on, pay
thinking?
attention.
What was I thinking?
Yeah.
I told you I'm going to say I forgot a lot in this episode, so just fucking deal with it. I don't even know your names anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, $1,200 worth of meat in the pants?
Did they say what kind of meat it was?
I assume it's assorted meat.
Filet mignon.
The filet mignon, I imagine, would be in there. But they don't put filet mignon out for the paupers. You got to ask the butcher for that shit.
Yeah.
You know, the best cut you can get on your own, I think, is a prime rib. No, not a prime rib.
You got my bunny rabbit in your pants.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What's that from?
Mistake.
Oh, okay.
That's a lot of chopped meat.
It's a lot of. That's a
A
lot.
lot of steakums.
Dude, he might have had a
It's a lot of
serious
meat for his
barbecue.
meat.
Maybe it was a
Maybe.
sweet 16 party.
So
He
yeah,
just
this,
sits on the
what?
grill.
So what
You
kind?
smell
I
delicious.
cooked the inside of my pants.
What, so was he wearing MC
Yeah.
Hammer pants to fit all that shit in there?
Yeah, right. Did he have some Jenkos on?
You touch him and he's all squished it. Like,
Yeah. He's got the 69-inch mammoths from
Wear-
back in the
You wear
day.
a
Those
fat
nice.
suit with compartments you can put it in.
You remember those giant Jenkos, like the
Yeah, you
big,
could fit
like
a
the
2-liter
69-inch
bottle of-
Yeah, you
2-liter
could
bottle
drop a
in the-
2-liter bottle of
in the
soda
back
down the
pocket.
back pocket and walk around and no one could even see it because they were so big. And I gotta tell you,
Remember the 90s?
I never thought I would miss things from the 90s, but I really liked Jenkos.
They're probably
like, I
they're
still
probably-
have my skunks.
They're probably on
skunk
eBay
Jenkos.
though.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
could probably buy a pair on eBay.
Right?
Jenkos someone had sitting in their closet
Here's
for
what's
like
fucked up
20
is that
years.
eventually they're
You
gonna
know
come
what?
back.
I-
They're gonna be considered retro.
and
It's
then,
gonna happen
and
again.
then you're a douchebag.
And then what am I gonna do? Wear him like an old dude with gray hair? Like, all right, man, I'm cool again.
I
all
used to like this.
all the girls at the mall want to fuck me. Like, what am I doing? You know? he just
baby.
laughed. He's
Do
like,
you
fuck
like my
that.
chain
No,
wallet?
forget it.
Yeah, you like my wallet chain?
Well, all the
Hey, I
stuff-
still wear one.
Sorry.
It's the same one from
Dude,
the
my
90s too.
favorite thing that like stopped being made was the Vans that they looked sort of like bowling shoes. They were like green with black.
Yes.
Oh my
Those
god.
were the most comfortable sneakers I've ever owned ever, and they stopped making them. And I got a hole in the bottom, and I couldn't replace them a second time. I think.
yeah.
And I can't find, like, I know someone has a pair that's new somewhere that just they forgot existed, and I need it. I need that fucking pair of shoes.
Maestro
Sure,
Bua
thanks.
just said I had a pair that had an alien on the huge back. I remember
remember
that
those.
shit. You know what? Fuck that. We're starting a movement. Hashtag bring back Jenkos.
Oh my god.
Fuck that. Somebody contact Jenkos. Get us a sponsorship. I'll tell you
Well,
what.
it's-
When we take the break, I'm gonna go put my Jenk. Well, I don't know if
But
they're gonna stay on.
You
but-
don't have a lot of choices when the styles change because now all the shirts are athletic fit, and if you're a bigger guy, you can't even fit into them. They're like skin tight. You know what I mean?
I
And they
know
don't
what you
go
mean.
down to your elbow. They're
Yeah.
all the way up here. Like I don't need any help with my shirts.
Yeah.
Throwing them up. And then you got jeans. All the jeans are like the big thing is back is relaxed fit. I
Yeah.
need loose. I need some room.
Yeah.
I don't want
I want my balls to breathe.
Yeah, I don't need the tight ones. I wear the Wranglers with the U shape in them,
Yeah.
not the V and the
U-shape,
crotch.
you know? I didn't know they made U-shaped crotched
Yep.
jeans.
I want some boxer briefs with a scroll guard built in.
Scroll guard.
There's a thing we talked about in Ice in the Face about a scroll guard. They put out, it's
It's so
to help
gross
you
looking.
avoid STDs even more. So they're like rubber underwear that you put on, and they got like a ball bag
Like separates.
that like squeezes
Yeah.
your ball bag so that when you put your fucking condom on, your ball bag is all protected with rubber as well.
Except
So
there's no
now you're
skin contact.
yeah. So now you're
yourself.
just that
Except
much.
you're so desperate to fuck the most diseased pussy ever,
Yeah.
ever created, and you just can't fucking figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
And then here comes Scroll Guard, and
Yeah,
all
yeah.
your problems are
I was like,
solved.
holy shit! I needed my
But
balls
wait,
wrapped
the
in
best
rubber.
part about
Who knew?
Scroll Guard is they say that the reason they made it is so that way, they say like, HPV and all that, like avoid herpes, like there's not as much skin to skin contact. And then they end it by going, this hasn't actually been tested and proven to prevent anything at all, but it's still a nice fashion statement.
Your balls are still
And-
covered in
and
warts.
it's not. Let me just put out there, it looks like old rubber that got yellow. It looks like a used condom on the
It's
side
like-
of the road.
Jesus.
Like, they
You know,
could
like
have at least made it a color, so that way it would hide the gross material of
Yeah.
it, but like,
If you're gonna make my balls look like they're jaundice, like I'm not like I don't want to wear it. Who wants to go out and market their balls like that? Like, hey ladies, have a look. My balls are the color of a refrigerator in the
even Lou
70s.
was down to try it until he saw a picture and he's like, oh, I know I'm not doing that.
I wouldn't want my dick in a hazmat suit. It's gotta be fluid.
It might
There's
do
no
that
Ebola
strong
coming over
impression.
here.
No.
E-balsa.
You balls
It's
up.
in
Balls up.
prison. Like
Yeah.
fucking Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Oh, I hear it beeping. Something gonna blow up.
I hope
Yeah.
so.
Holy shit.
It's the gravy.
So yeah. Well, okay. So it's 10:13. You want to cut to the content?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, so what we got to show tonight is we're gonna show. Sarah and I have a show on iTunes, Droid, Libsyn, and apparently other places you can get it. It's free. We have a podcast.
Before
Hold
this
on.
begins, may I show what the scrotal guard looks like?
Please do. Please.
Where can I show?
You just hold it up in front of, that one right.
Just to show you the misery that your balls will endure.
Actually, I think my balls would feel quite snug.
Really?
It's like a ball snugget.
This is
In a
what you
rubber
want to
suit?
happen
Yeah,
to
it's-
your junk?
It's a rubber ball snugget.
It
Maybe they
looks
can make
like-
a Batman one
It
for
looks
your dick.
exactly like an old condom on the side of the road.
It just, you know what it
that
looks like? It
melted
just looks like
partially.
a fucking.
Nightmare.
Ugh.
It looks like a nightmare.
I said they should have called
Shot
it
of
the
boat.
Bro Guard.
Let me see.
They should have called it the Bro Guard and
No.
fucking like put an American
No.
flag on it.
I
Then
said-
I'd be like, yo, check out my Bro
I
Guard.
said they should call it the scrot tote.
Total
There's
Scrotal.
so many names that are better.
Yo,
Like,
that'd be my
so
wrestling
many.
name.
Scrotote.
Yo, I'm Total Scrotal. And I would come out only wearing the Scro Guard. And I want Scro Guard to
Dude,
come in
I
different
want
colors.
Rikishi to give people wrestling names.
Oh my god, I want Rikishi to give me the best wrestling name. This is my chance!
Finally.
I can't wait!
Time to shine,
Okay, so,
little star.
Tiny Dancer in a Scro Guard. I'm all like mid-plie, I freeze, I'm like, hey-o! Alright, so Sarah and I have a podcast on iTunes, Droid, and a bunch of other places called Ice and the Face. Also produced by Homebar Productions. And tonight we're going to show a clip from the last show where we had our guest Woo on. We got 27 episodes up. They're all free. You should subscribe, download immediately. And this is a sample of that coming right up, Mr. Gegita.
Honestly, of anything in the world that bugs me to just out of my fucking mind is that concept. You could fucking buy used panties at a fucking vending machine
Whoa,
in
is that
Japan.
a thing? I don't know anything about this. Talk to me
It's
about
like
this.
where? When
Wait,
can we
you
go?
You haven't heard, dude? in
What,
Ja-
do, I just imagine
Take
a bunch
us
of
on a journey, Woo.
bunch of Japanese men
Take us
just
on a
standing
journey.
in front of this machine like,
yeah.
Who's gonna take us on a
Really?
journey?
Dude, in Japan, they sell used panties like a vending machine, like you're buying a fucking bag of chips.
where are they getting these panties?
What do you think?
Sweatshops.
Women that wears them and like, here we go, packages it up, put it in the vending machine, sell them, and people fucking buy this shit.
Really? Just
You
to
never
smell
heard-
pussy? Does Japanese pussy smell that good? I mean, I don't know.
I've never had Japanese pussy, so I wouldn't know.
Holy shit.
But still, it just bugs me. I was like, wow. So just imagine a fucking.
Dude, people
Just
buy
imagine
anything.
like a
People
40-year-old
sell
executive.
their used underwear on eBay too.
But dude,
So-
Yeah, I
Just
know that, but a vending machine like on the
Rick's like,
corner
I'm aware
of
of
Fifth
that
Avenue is like
statistic.
insane.
Yeah, like I said, a 40-year-old executive just walking out of work like, I want to smell some fucking tainted
Jeez,
pussy.
let me get a Snickers and some fucking lace panties.
Snickers and knickers.
Yeah, there you go,
Snickers,
Snick.
Knickers, and
But
some,
it's crazy. It's like, it's so absurd. It's like, wow. And it's legal.
Let me ask something. You get
It's
someone.
legal.
You pull it. Let's say your
Do they
panties drop down
guarantee disease free?
and skid mark free.
You know what? I have no details in that situation, but I'm pretty sure.
Well, dude, would you try it? You said anything once.
Look, I just don't want there
Yeah,
to be any skid marks. If I'm gonna bury my nose in someone's dirty panties and all of a sudden I pull them away and go, shit. I want my fucking money back. You know what I'm
Honestly,
saying?
you know what? I just don't know how to answer that if I would try it. I mean, I'm one for just trying things. You got to try things. You know, don't talk shit about things if you haven't tried it. That's how I feel. Try it out.
Try it out.
I don't know. That might be one of those certain.
It might be crossing a
Those,
line.
yeah, the boundary line. You just don't want to.
Look, bungee jumping is one thing. Burying a stranger's panties in your face is a whole. Because what else are they doing? They're not wearing them.
But you know what? Dude, seriously, if you're willing to fucking pay dollars for fucking used panties,
Yeah.
think of just imagine all the shit these people just use them. Wear them, fucking wear
Ask
them
you something.
wear them
Think
while they're
about
fucking
how
sleeping.
much
Look,
money
for all I
they
know.
have to be. But actually, I don't imagine like rich dudes that are just wasting money. I imagine like dudes that are so into used, just used fucking underwear
it creeps
that they're
me out.
so
Yeah.
broke. They're living in an alley and like any money they can fucking manage to
Dude.
get out of like the cracks in the sidewalk, they put towards
They're like,
the
I can't wait.
panty
They're-
machine.
Yeah, they're like meth addicts who are just
Oh,
like
fucking for
thirsty
yeah,
panties.
yeah.
for the stink of some strange pussy.
Yeah.
And it's a crapshoot, honestly. Like when you put your money in and the panties drop, you don't know what chick's been wearing these, what she's been
Exactly.
eating, what she's been doing.
Ugh.
It's just
Ugh. I get shivers, bro. It's like just thinking about. Ugh.
oh, God. You know, I mean, who knows? Maybe you bury your nose in and you're like, all right, I need a hard on immediately. I've never done this before.
Neither have I. That's what I'm saying. I was like, you know
Sounds
what?
like you guys are gonna go on a journey together.
Hey,
We
let's
need
go
to take like a spirit journey to Japan.
A vision quest.
if you will. And we're gonna come
And
back.
you will.
We're gonna come back with so many dirty Japanese panties.
And diseases.
And we're just
Yeah.
gonna line the walls with this whole place gonna smell like pussy.
Yeah.
It's gonna smell like a fish market.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
It's been abandoned for 2 years and no one emptied it first.
A fish market and old money.
Oh,
Oh,
pennies.
yeah.
old money
Oh,
and pennies.
God, help me.
Oh,
Deal with
Holy
it.
shit.
That's where you're going.
Fuck, man.
That's
And
what
by the
you're
way,
doing.
you don't know what the hell where those panties have been through.
exactly.
You can't
I-
even guarantee vagina.
No, it could be a dude just fucking sweating his balls in those things all
Yeah,
day.
that could be,
And
that
going,
could
fuck
be.
it, I found a loophole in the system. I'm gonna put my ball panties in this machine and get paid.
He'll do the ball cleavage thing.
Ball cleave.
Ball
What
cleave,
ball
ball.
cleavage?
I've said that there should be a commercial for a product that creates ball cleavage. And I said Stones would be the perfect person
Yeah.
to play
Yes,
the
he
game.
would.
God, he'd be all about
He'd
it.
be the best spokesperson for that.
And he's an entrepreneur,
Ball
so
cleavage.
That is true.
he'd make a shitload of money off his ball cleavage. He just wears a dark
Oh,
mask
God.
with a zipper over the mouth and a zipper over one eye.
Oh, no. No Gimp Stones.
And he's just like, check out
Gimp
my ball
Stones
cleavage.
sounds like the name of a yogurt company.
Gimstones, yeah.
Gimstone's ice cream. It's
Yummy,
all
yummy.
natural, non-GMO.
And blind.
All you can eat.
Oh,
Holy shit! Did that just happen? Oh my god! Oh, Marshy blows.
fucking up, bro.
Your
Uh-oh.
beer's exploding.
Brand new finished bar,
Yeah,
and I'm
you
fucking
fucked it up.
I
spilling
fucked
beer
it
on
up
it.
too because I can see that I dropped squash on it.
Uh-oh, squash. Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, so
So
You want to move on to the next thing?
Yes.
I wonder what you think about this one. Bodybuilding Christians have started a swingers website
Ooh.
called Fitness Swingers.
Fitness swingers. That's the cheesiest thing I've ever fucking heard.
I read some quotes
If
from
Jesus was that acrobatic, he could have swung himself off the cross.
Oh, ouch.
I don't think he was a fucking gymnast.
No, I don't think so either. He's like, dude, let me down. Dude, let me
Dude,
down.
I have these 12 assholes doing everything for me.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
So they like interviewed some of the people who started this website, and like one of the women was like, at first I didn't know if this was morally okay. Now I believe God is definitely with us. And it's like, yeah, because you're getting some fucking thick pipe all fucking day long.
yeah.
Like, it's natural. Human beings want sex. I don't get what the what's with the shit. We have a big problem with sex shame in this. Sex shame.
Yeah.
I'm so ashamed. Fuck you. You had a good time.
Hell yeah, man.
Weren't we talking about that on the last episode? How the difference in sex toy shops here and in Colorado
Oh
is
yeah,
astounding.
she was saying in Colorado they've got like 2-level sex shop malls with shopping
like a
carts.
grocery store.
Why
And
not?
like
Hell
and
yeah.
and they have like greeters at the door. And I said like in
Nice.
New Jersey they're all shady and in like
Yeah.
dark alleys
You
with
gotta
like
fucking
stray
walk through some-
cats and
Yeah,
like
right.
there's fucking like dudes with brown paper bags huddled over in a corner glaring at you. Like it's just creepy and weird here. It's
It
true.
is, and every sex shop here looks sticky.
Yes, that is true.
I don't want to touch the door.
Most of them are sticky.
Yeah, fuck
Ugh.
that. But so Christians who swing, I don't know, like I liked them. They're like, hey, we just get along. We don't give a fuck. We just have some sex. God likes sex.
Shit, that's probably all they were fucking doing back in them days. What else did you have to do? Fucking kick a rock around? Yeah. Oh, that's not sex. Seriously.
Fucking hit a donkey with a switch for fun.
It's like, fuck it, let's have sex. I mean, dude, man.
Look, we got the donkey here. We got the switch.
Make some shit happen. Let's make some magic.
Yeah.
Let's make some magic happen. Guys over here hanging off the cross. You don't know what's going on. We're just gonna hump.
Fuck it.
I think Greeks invented that shit.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah, probably.
Oh
Come on, it
yeah.
was a
They were
fucking,
making stone dildos.
it was a fucking fuck fest up in Rome, man.
Yeah,
Oh.
dude.
And that's where
I
that's what
told you
America's
that-
getting to.
Eh,
Go ahead. What were you saying?
Yeah.
They made stone dildos like in
Yeah,
Greek
back in the
times.
days.
I
Yeah,
gotta
that
tell
is
you,
true.
if
Because
you're
they would have like
Aztecs and all that.
fertility festivals and stuff in Greek and Roman times,
Yeah,
and they
they-
would fuck stone dicks.
You know what? I gotta hand it to you. Any chick that can take a fucking rock to the pussy.
Yeah, that's
Man, that's a hardcore pussy. That's steel trap pussy right there.
fuck yeah, man.
Because what if you end up? Well, I guess the stone would become smoother like sea glass over time. With the slick pussy juice gliding over
That is true.
repeatedly.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? Or?
I agree. I don't see why I wouldn't.
I don't
Maybe
know.
over hundreds of years.
It's evolution of the stone dick.
Look, listen. This is the whole thing. When it comes to sex, men and women are just different. So for me, if you showed me a rock-fashioned pussy, right, I would never put my dick in there. But a chick could take a fucking rock dildo and be like, God fucking damn right. I got a lot of respect for women for that.
Fuck
Because
yeah.
I can't hump
Yeah,
a rock
but
pussy.
that's a personal thing because there are dudes that fuck rocks and picnic tables and
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah, all right.
ATM
And
machines,
walls.
walls. You're right.
so
That is true.
You're right. You're right. I just feel like I would cut
There's
my
a
junk.
dude getting off to a Tickle Me Elmo doll right now.
Totally. A fuckle me Elmo.
Right now.
Fuckle me Elmo.
Just,
Oh, that's so disturbing.
Right?
dude, and it's
just a thought.
it's just giggling.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's just giggling.
my butthole. Oh, God.
Your wife finds out because you have like little red fuzz pieces on your balls.
And Elmo's
Evidence.
Elmo's just
Looking
all over.
guilty.
He's just all over in the chair like, you don't know what's going on. You don't know.
Oh,
Poor Elmo, he's just trying to,
He's trying to get some head.
entertain the kids. Before you know, he's being fucked by Dad and Uncle Jim.
oh, God.
Gross.
That Uncle Joe, Uncle Mo, Uncle whatever.
Uncle Mojo.
Mojo.
Uncle Mojo humps the
I wouldn't name his kid Mojo the second, but I'd name him Mojo 2.
Mojo. Oh
2,
yeah,
Jim.
it sounds
Yeah.
like a kick-ass video game.
Right?
Fuck yeah, right.
It sounds like a sequel to Mojo, the beginning.
There you
Mojo,
go.
the beginning, the early years. Hot Team says this is Rick's scientific analysis of the sexes. Maestra said what she said. You don't see women trying to hump inanimate objects.
That's not true.
Well,
Women and men are not that sexually different. The only thing that's different is the way that it's portrayed in like mass media.
you know, and I think that has a huge cultural influence. I think that's why there's a weird rift when it comes to sex between men and women. Is men and women understand sex in two different ways.
Exactly.
Completely two different ways. You know what I'm saying? So, what's an example? Like these fucking teachers who had the three-way with the teenage guy. You fucking saw that shit, right? Every dude in the fucking world goes, motherfucking, this dude's got to be slinging some serious sausage.
Hell yeah.
But if it was the other way around, it was a teenage girl, that's a victim.
Yeah.
And I understand it. I get it. I just think that the perception is different between
Of course
men
it
and
is.
women, the way we see it. And the reason is because, like, for example, we're dudes. So when a 16-year-old dude is having a three-way with his two teachers, we're like,
Fuck yeah, dude.
because we haven't changed much sexually since
Nah,
16. We've gotten more intelligent and understood the opposite sex
we're
better.
still 16 and horny.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like Dave Chappelle had this great bit. I think it was Dave Chappelle. He had this bit where it was like, what if a woman could read men's minds? And she gets in an elevator with a bunch of dudes, and she's got a skirt on and shit. And every dude is like, damn,
They
I
did
would love
do
to
a
fuck
skit
her.
on
And the
Chappelle's
kid,
show with that.
Yeah, and the
Yeah, the
kid,
kid was
is like
like-
10 years old, and he's like, damn, I'd love to get me a piece of that.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's pretty accurate. That's
Yeah.
what a 10-year-old kid's kind of think.
Yeah.
He might not understand exactly why,
Right,
but he's there. But there's no
Exactly.
10-year-old girl going, God, I need that thick meat in me.
Hell no,
This is
hell
not
no.
happening, man.
Yeah.
You know? And like I said, I'm not saying it's right or wrong or I agree or disagree, but
It's
or if it's a
facts.
cultural
It's-
thing or a natural thing, I have no fucking idea.
Natural
I'm
selection.
a corrupt, polluted human specimen. I'm filled with poison. So I'm just spewing my poisonous perception. That's all. You know,
No.
that's just the way it is. Like, am I wrong?
No, I agree with you. That's definitely, you nailed it. That's how it is. Perception.
And
Just like
that's that's part of the big rift there. And I think that culturally speaking, I think people, if they're going to understand themselves sexually, they need to start understanding the opposite sex sexually too. There needs to be
Yeah.
an understanding that what's okay for you may not be okay for the opposite sex. You know?
it's all about consideration. That's all it is. You gotta
Yes.
considerate their feelings, and it's just like, dude, come on.
And no one is less considerate than Americans in a really disgusting kind of way.
Well, yeah, we're self-entitled.
Yeah,
dickwads.
we're fucking assholes.
We think we
We're-
own everything.
Well, everyone's an asshole, just in their own way. That's how it.
Yeah.
That's how it is. It's
It's
you know,
true.
it's not saying like everyone's an asshole like to be mean. It's just everyone's an asshole
It's
in their
just
own
true.
way.
Yeah.
It's
I'm an
just-
asshole because I'm allowed to
truth
be.
hurts.
Yeah, it's
Why?
and that it's all about perception with that too. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, you see someone an asshole. It's like, dude, come on. It's I don't know.
And dude, yeah, and I catch myself in that shit too, where I'm walking around all day. I'm like, why the fuck am I such a bitter dick? Let me smile at a stranger and see what
Yeah.
happens. And 9 times out of 10, they smile back.
Exactly.
They really do. And they seem shocked too. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't. Hi, you know, like.
Dude, how do you think I feel, dude? I'm fucking 10 feet tall. I'm a fucking big ass Asian. Dude, I open doors for people and they just look at me like, oh my.
Are they scared? They're like,
I would have to say a quarter of the people that I help, some will have that like, holy shit, this guy's fucking huge. I'm just gonna walk on.
Yeah,
At
right,
least
No-
definitely
no
after
eye-
you punch them.
No eye contact. And I'm like, dude, I know I'm big and monstrous, but come on.
yeah.
I'm a fucking
Dicks. If I'm in my wheelchair and I smile at someone and they don't, well, if I'm ever if I'm in my wheelchair or not, if I smile at someone and they don't smile back, I'm like, yeah, fuck you too,
Yeah.
you fucking dicks.
Yeah.
I don't
No.
give a shit.
And
Dude,
you have every right to do that because every time I see someone on a wheelchair or someone's crutches, I smile and I try to help them. That's how it should be, you know. Don't shit on the fucking disabled people, man. Just
Sure.
you know.
And people do. People do.
No, it pisses me off. It's just
Yeah.
like, dude, really? I'm like, put yourself in their fucking shoes. How would you feel, man?
And that's a big American issue.
You know
Yeah,
what
that
I
is.
hate? Like, I don't ever expect to be like treated better, but there's certain things that really bother me about when I have to be in a wheelchair, and one of the big ones is when someone closes a door, like. We're going into like a coffee shop or something, like, and they're in front of me and they walk in and they just close the door right in front of my wheelchair. So I'm like, I can't open it, right? Like, what the fuck? Like, that's the only thing that I'm like, you couldn't just hold it. Like, you saw. I mean, I realize that that's sort of an entitlement sort of attitude to have.
But
like,
is it an entitlement? Because, and I'll tell you what,
I would hold the door open for anyone, whether they were in a wheelchair or not. It's just particularly annoying when you're in the chair
I've
because
seen
you
women
can't
get
do it
pissed
yourself.
off at dudes for holding a door open for them and being like, I can do it my fucking self.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not trying to be chivalrous. I'm just opening the door for you because you're another person at this point.
I'm being generous, and so, it's crazy. Some people, when you be generous to them, you offer your generosity towards them. They see it as like a fucking punch to the face.
It's an
or something. I'm like,
insult.
are you kidding me? Yeah, an insult. I'm like, I'm trying to help
It's like,
you
believe
out.
me, if I wanted to insult you, you don't know me, I could fucking insult the shit out of you without even trying.
Why?
Hey, welcome back to Awesome Talk, everybody. We are back. This is Awesome Talk, Season 3, Episode 9, October
Is
7th.
it?
It is.
Is it
and,
really?
And in 28 minutes, we're going to Skype with Rikishi from the WWF/WWE. It's going to be awesome. I just talking to the dude. The dude seems like the coolest motherfucker on earth, man. So I'm really, really excited about this. I think it's going to be great. So, what do you want me to do? You want me to jump into a new topic?
Do it.
Yeah.
I thought you guys would really have fun with this one.
Would we?
A man in London started a... I know, right?
God.
Started a Kickstarter.
Did he have a whimsical top hat and a twirly mustache?
You know what's funny? I saw like there was a picture and it said English graffiti, and the graffiti said F word.
So proper.
So started a campaign.
Oh, he was asking that because he wants to bring by a life-size Darth Vader cutout.
Then he should.
I don't know why he's panicking about that.
Why is he trying to butter you up to make it okay? Like, oh, by the way, I'm gonna miss the show tonight, but I got this big life-size Darth Vader to bring over.
Darth Vader's not good for buttering me, because that would like not. That's
Darth Vader
definitely
cannot
not-
butter. You will not be buttered by Darth Vader.
No.
One of those buttons has to.
Which
be
cutout
spit
would
out
butter you?
Yeah. Man began a campaign
All right.
to keep Nickelback out
Oh, yeah.
of England.
Oh yeah.
I like that.
And he said, before you make fun of him,
I wasn't making fun of him.
well,
at
before you
all.
make fun of whatever you're gonna make fun of, he
Stop,
said,
presumptuous.
and I quote, "Imagine thousands, perhaps tens of thousands of music lovers not witnessing an exclusive concert by Nickelback in London. It will be glorious." Come on, I feel bad for Nickelback a little bit. Like, hating Nickelback has become like a thing. Like, it's
like
own little...
bacon and ninjas and zombies.
Exactly,
Right.
bacon, ninjas, and zombies.
It's
exactly.
like people can't. I bet if you ask most people to name 2 Nickelback songs, no one could, especially me. I have no. I don't
How you
remember.
remind me? This is how
Yeah.
you remember me.
Maybe the arm is wide open.
That doesn't even sound.
No,
With
that's
arms
Creed.
wide
or-
open.
Creed.
Yeah.
Creed did that. That's the other one. Now, hating Creed, I understand more.
That makes sense to me.
Because Scott Stapp just seems like such a douchebag. I remember he almost got in a fight with Fred Durst. Do you remember that?
Well, they
There was
wanted
this
to go
whole-
on first.
Yeah, there was this whole fucking, like,
Oh my god.
argument between Limp Bizkit and... Now I sound old as fuck. Now I
Or
sound like I should
last.
be wearing
No, they
Jacobs.
wanted to
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
whoever was the headliner. They fought.
Yeah.
over the
They were like fighting over who the headliner was gonna be, and Scott Stapp was like, "I'll kick that guy's head," and like Fred Durst was like, "That guy's an egomaniac," you know, like. And they were gonna like box.
They were.
Yeah.
But it
that's
never
what
happened.
They do.
And they just got wrapped up at each other's Jenkos.
So when is any rapper anywhere gonna fight George Zimmerman exactly? Because I'm still
Well,
hoping for that
DMX
to
said
be
he wanted to
reality.
beat the shit out of George Zimmerman, and
Jorb?
then George Zimmerman,
Jorb Zimmerman.
and then who? And then it was like,
It was
another-
DMX was the last one to say it. It was someone
No,
before
somebody-
that, and then DMX was like, "I'll fucking kill
No,
him."
yeah, but somebody took DMX's place. But I don't know why this hasn't happened yet. I assume Zimmerman's people are telling him not to
Like,
do
please
it.
don't.
Because
Please don't die
DMX,
this way.
DMX will totes
it
beat
would
the
have
fuck
been
out of
very
George Zimmerman.
Similar to he died how he lived.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be. I don't think you should be glorified and have more talk time or attention.
I'm
That
sorry,
kind
but
of-
if I got to watch
I'm
DMX,
sorry, yeah,
first
are
of
you
all,
kidding
you
me?
make the referee of that fucking fight.
the
black
guy's gonna get paid
Yeah,
and
though.
from Florida.
That's it.
Yeah, sure.
And
You
just
like
put
to
him
watch
in
him
there.
get beat up.
That's
but-
what I want. Just because I want to make sure that when DMX is really swinging,
Yeah.
we're going to be 100% sure that he can swing a little extra.
Yeah.
That's what I want
It,
to see.
it should be a UFC type fight instead of a boxing match.
Yeah, you put him in the cage, dude.
I don't
Yeah.
think they actually specified a boxing match. They sort of just made it seem like one person was going to beat the ever-loving fuck out of the
wants to call
other.
in.
What's that?
Star Trek wants to call in.
Wants to call in?
Well, Rikishi's calling it.
Rikishi's,
So
well,
there's that
he
happening.
can call the number, I mean.
Yeah, he can talk a couple of,
Yeah, if he wants to say a few things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we wait until after?
But I'm going to tell you what, if we're in heated
Wait,
combo,
when is Rikishi calling in?
Rikishi calls in exactly 23 minutes.
Well, so 23 minutes worth of topic.
Mm. You want another one? This is what me and Gags were just talking about. In Delaware, a 4-year-old brought 200 bags of heroin to a daycare
I
and
read
began
that.
passing them out to the other children. Several children, and this is the part of the story that I thought was stupid. Several children who had contact with the unopened bags were taken to the hospital as a precaution.
Probably because they thought they put their stupid hands in their gross mouths.
I get it, but
Wait, say it again. What was it?
It was
The kid thought
several
it was candy.
children who had contact with the unopened, and they made sure they said unopened bags, were taken to the hospital as a precaution. Well, I have mixed feelings because on the one hand I'm like, well, if it were my kid, but I don't have any kids, so I'm not, crazy. If it were
That
my
you know
kid,
of.
I'd probably overreact and be like, oh, you touched an unopened substance that you had no contact with. Let me rush you to the hospital.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I'm like, well,
I don't know
probably
where
fine.
these bags of
They don't know
drugs
how
like I
many-
feel
came
like,
from, so
but I feel like
maybe I
the
should
bags,
make sure that
but I
the
feel like
kid
the
didn't
bags weren't
fucking-
like down somebody's like herpy
I
pants.
wasn't
Like,
thinking herpes. I was thinking that the kids could very easily have gotten some sort of drugs on it.
so
What are
what's
they,
the
like,
hospital
what
gonna
are they,
do?
like 40 pounds?
Yeah, but
Like,
what's the hospital
Well,
gonna do?
it
You
was
just
a
gotta
big
wait
bag.
that
They
shit
don't-
out.
They don't know how many the kid gave to each kid.
Look,
so.
listen. You let the kids sleep. You let the kids sweat it off the next day.
Right. Yeah.
And it is what it is, man. When I was a kid, like a little kid, like 3 years old, I drank a whole bottle of Scope. And my mother
like
called...
the homeless people in Denver do.
Yeah, like the homeless people in Denver. And my mother called poison control. And they told her, first off, they laughed. And then they told her, he's just going to
He'll
have to
smell
sleep it
great
off.
for a week.
The halitosis won't be bothering him anymore. And they said I had to sleep it off.
Wow.
We got a call coming in. Accept. Hello? Hello?
Hello, is this Awesome Talk?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hello.
Hey.
You're live in Awesome Talk. What's going on?
The show.
What's up? You sound like you've been drinking all
you
night,
seem
buddy.
like a very inebriated individual.
No, that's my friend.
Your friend's inebriated?
Yeah, he may or may not exist.
Is it a hologram or?
Is it Tupac?
Oh, dude,
Love that.
dude,
Michael
if you were
Jackson.
chilling with Tupac, man, that would be the best.
It would be
I just
untrue.
want to say hey to you guys. You guys are fucking great, and I'm enjoying the show so far.
Thank you
Thank you.
very
That's
much,
awesome.
man. I think you're a
Appreciate
good
it.
sport. I think you're cracking a lot of good jokes,
I don't know
and it's
why
awesome.
I thought you were going to say, I think you're a good student, but that's what... I was like, that's a weird reply. All right.
I thought he was gonna troll on us. I had like negative thoughts.
Negative thoughts.
Negative.
You always go to the negative place.
Burn out negative vibes. heavy
Yeah,
metal.
Pretty much.
Well, thanks for tuning in, dude.
Yeah,
I'm glad
man.
you're enjoying it, man.
Are you there?
You there?
Ooh, I'm getting a little fucked up.
Look, do me a favor.
Well, hold on, generally so, yeah, but with the I'm watching the YouTube video, and with the delay and whatnot, it's
Oh,
a little,
yeah.
He's doing it.
You gotta turn your
It's
YouTube
gonna be
down.
one of those, it's gonna be one of those situations like you hear on talk radio all the time. You're gonna have to turn your radio down.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I hear an echo.
I'll hang up and
A
listen.
30-second
You know how many
delay
times
echo.
I've heard that on the radio
Yeah.
in my life?
Because the person's listening to themselves
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
radio.
Oh
Oh my
man,
god, I sound amazing right now.
Rikishi's talking to me. Yo, bro, what's your name, dude?
Dan.
I'm David,
David.
the
David, thanks.
commander.
Where are you from?
I'm from Monmouth County, actually.
Oh, okay, cool,
Alright.
man. So you're local, dude.
What was your best
Well, I'm
memory
living in
from?
South
Monmouth County.
Jersey now. I'm living in
Fair.
South Jersey with the
That's really
Pineys
nice.
now. It's kind of fucked.
You're moving to South Jersey?
I'm
Yeah,
sorry
I'm
to
in
hear
South
that.
Jersey.
Well, we got
about,
Pineys here. There are Pineys in the room.
Sort of semi-piney.
He's a
Tom's over.
semi-piney. That's a piney.
He
Semi,
gets
he's
so
So it's like
drunk,
a
I don't
it's
know.
like a pine tree that couldn't grow quite right.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
So, John Lackey had a question for you. Go ahead.
What was your best memory from Super Groove?
People
Yeah,
don't
my best
remember.
memory I probably couldn't remember, man.
That's why it was so great, dude. Bruh.
My best memory would probably be playing the djembe drum with a bunch of strangers at about 3 in the morning.
All right,
Yeah, man.
that'll do it.
Dude, Supergroove was a good time, man.
Sure, yeah.
Dude, how much
sounds
have you
unconvincing.
how much have you drank tonight?
Probably more or less than you guys, depending
Oh.
on what you guys drank.
Well, that sounds like more then.
That
Sounds like
seems
more.
reasonable.
That's easy.
Topic.
Dude, we got Rikishi is getting in touch with me right now. I'm gonna cut you off,
That's
man. But thanks for calling, dude.
Yeah, thanks for calling in.
Yeah, you guys are right.
Thanks a shitload.
I have no idea what
Take
did you
care.
just say?
He said you're all right.
All right, man. We'll see you in the chat.
Yeah, put me back to the text.
Go. Or.
Signing out.
Seal noises.
I make seal noises now. Well, Andrew informed me recently that when I bark like a dog, it's really douchey. So I was like, all right, well, I'll bark
And I
like
said
a seal.
it's just like a, and I said it's like a seal.
What's next? A dolphin?
Yeah, no,
not
then
that
it
bad.
would just be rapey.
Then I'd just be fucking everything against his will.
by a dolphin?
Yeah.
That's fucked.
And they have a fucking dick the size of a spear. It's no
Where do you get your
blend.
spears?
From
From
Brittany.
yeah, I was gonna say that and then I stopped it because of
Because
how
it's
terrible
terrible.
it was.
Yeah.
It was
I know
awful.
it was.
From the Spear store?
David, thanks for calling in, dude. Shout out to Brookdale. Word up. All right, so you guys want something new?
Yeah.
You ready?
Do it.
Florida man. His name was Guy Bull. Guy
That's
Bull.
a porn name.
Yeah, that's a porn name.
Guy Bull.
All right. 62 years old. Arrested for raping an 8-month-old puppy. Neighbors witnessed him fondling the dog's genitals on several occasions. Then, walking past his house, they actually witnessed him fucking it. What is with people fucking dogs in this country all of a sudden?
In that state.
It should be just as bad as raping kids and stuff. They should go to jail.
I mean, and they said when they got the puppy that there were signs of sexual abuse to it, like that were
Like
obvious.
already? Before they got it?
Yeah, like when they got to it. And I'm like, dude, like what's with people fucking animals lately? Like, this is a
that's
mentally
puppy love for you.
yeah. Well, this is a fucking mentally disturbed country.
So what happened to him? You got
Well,
he's
see,
arrested.
that goes back to the whole ice in the face conversation.
Which is what?
Where we were talking about the dude that was fucking dead people, and that he was like, like being mentally evaluated or like whatever the fuck. And I said, how do you say that that's a mental illness to want to fuck dead people, but like things that people like other things aren't? Like, where's the line? Like, is it a mental illness if he wants to fuck dogs? Like, people like my example was people pee on each other. Like, some people would say that's a mental illness, and other people are like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, but he's
like,
raping animals, though.
So
Yeah, right.
The
well,
dog didn't say, all right, let's go.
More like just that they want to fuck animals, or they're into it, like into the idea of it.
What
It's
makes
like,
that-
where is
yeah,
that?
right.
Like, where's the mental?
What makes that less credible?
Yeah, like what makes
Yeah.
one exactly? Like,
Yeah.
where's the fucking line? Where's the line? Which one is an illness and which one is just a fetish?
Holy fuck! Jesus! Oh my god! Oh my god!
That's what it'd sound like if we had sound effects in life, just randomly.
Just so you know, Rikishi's already on Skype listening to us, but we're not connected yet because we told everybody 11 o'clock, so we're holding off. But he was like, you can't see me, but I'm listening to you on Skype. I have this thing now,
Someone is listening.
like
to us,
apparently
guys.
my
It's
Skype
true.
like just picks up calls on its own now.
Yeah, that's a preference setting.
I gotta fix that.
Accept all calls.
I mean, look,
Yeah.
Rikishi can listen in whenever the fuck he wants, but that's a weird setting. That's what happened when Jared called in. Like, he was called in for a while, and I think he thought he was called in, but we didn't know he was there. And he was like, "Hey, why aren't they talking to us?" And I'm like, I had no fucking idea he'd called in. So, next, you ready?
Ready.
New Hampshire. A woman dug up her dad's remains in search of his will.
Aw.
She told police that he would be okay with it. I get it. I get it, alright? In my situation, my dad's wife took fucking everything, dude. So, like, you best believe I'd go dig that shit up to figure that shit out. So I completely understand. I mean, it seems like family issue, doesn't it?
But
He
why
buried with
would
the
why,
will?
why would the will be with him? Though?
Yeah.
Well, apparently they couldn't
And
find
how
it.
would nobody notice?
Right.
Like, how did they
Well, they gotta-
not notice the dude had the will on him when they put his body in the actual coffin and dressed him in the clothes he was wearing?
He
Look,
was tattooed
Or
on
like
his
they go to the
back.
funeral
Yes.
and they're like they go to the funeral like patting him down, checking his pockets.
yeah, who's in here?
Yeah,
Is it,
right.
you got it in here? Or?
Brisket.
It's crazy.
But you know, the dude didn't die in the suit he was buried in. Like, he would have had to seriously, like, Sherlock Holmes plan that shit ahead.
He
Like,
swallowed it before,
Yeah.
right before that's what killed him. He
Yeah.
swallowed his will.
and then after the embalming, he shit it out inside the coffin. He was like, all right, well, if you really want it.
That's right.
It wouldn't be with him, though.
Oh.
I mean, it's not like mummies. They don't put all your shit in a jar and then bury it with you.
Pull your brain.
Maybe
out your
maybe he
nose.
planned
I don't
ahead and
know.
did that. Maybe he had some, like, rubber...
There's got to be copies of it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, this seems like
This is like extreme. She's
A lot
like,
of
he's got
extra
that gold
activity.
ring on. I gotta get in there.
Yeah. So,
his dying wish was to be dug up.
yeah. His dying wishes, but I feel like it's a family issue. You know what I mean? Like, if you think that your fucking old man was buried in some shit, you have the right to go dig his ass up.
What would be fucked up is if she refuneralized him.
Like,
That would be
What do you
fucked
mean
up.
refuneralized?
Takes his extra dead body, puts it back in a coffin, has another viewing, brings all the relatives back for round two.
That would be a
renewing
closed
your vows.
casket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're renewing your mourning.
Aw.
Yeah. Hey.
I wouldn't want to see anybody that was buried previously dig him up and see the body.
Bury
That's,
him again.
yeah,
It's fucking
nuts.
He's so good the first
It's a
time.
and then do it again for a three-peat. Like the Chicago Bulls and
God,
shit.
remember that?
What?
When we dug up Grandma.
We dug up Grandma again?
Twice.
Buried her.
And then we dug her up again just because we could.
Guys, let's just make a promise right now that every year we'll come back to this spot right here and re-dig up Grandma. Right now, forever.
Every year. Grandma would love it. We'll bring her a bottle of wine.
Beautiful.
She would want this, guys. She would
I would pour a 40 out in
It
Grandma's
was
grave.
it was in her will.
Yeah.
That's what I want in my will. Like, you can have whatever, I don't know, let's say I had $1 billion. You can have all of it. Only if you agree to re-dig up my body every year and drink with me. For one night.
Just
For
That's
the
what I
rest
want.
of your life.
Yeah,
up
but
against
you know
the
what-
tombstone. Like,
Yeah, but you know
And
what
like
my
50
dream is. I've
years
said it
is
on
just
this
some
show.
dirt and teeth.
When I die, I want to be in a glass case.
Yep.
I want there to be a sensor, so when people walk by, I say shit that I would normally say. What would I say?
No buen.
Yeah. No buen. Fuck off. Shut up.
That sounds like
Stones, shut up.
That sounds more like a Halloween
Stones are
prop
black.
than a
Yeah.
burial.
I'm fine being a Halloween prop as long as I got a nice suit on.
It'd be amazing to go to see your body and just tell me to shut up.
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude. I fucking came here to see you.
Or
John Lackey's in morning.
$20 to get in here.
Or if it was,
Fuck.
or if it was programmed to talk to you when you said something and say something back.
Yeah. It's got like Siri
it has
built into
special
it.
responses for each thing someone could say.
But it's
Yeah.
my voice.
Yeah.
How are you doing? I'm good. How
Then
are you?
people try to Google whack you and come up with the 2-word combination you have no response for.
It's just like recalculating.
Yeah, I'm refuculating. I imagine my dead body would say fuck a lot.
Probably.
Because I say fuck a lot, in real
But we
life.
have to record all that beforehand. You need like
Get
studio
into the
time.
sound booth.
Yeah, you need
Let's
studio
say
time.
I die a
Would
few
you like
years.
to
And and you're gonna have to make
Build a
a
record.
messages.
The most important thing is that you have to remember to always keep it current. So you're gonna have to say some future shit like,
Yeah.
"What's up, robot
What's up,
dog?"
like Coachella 31?
Yeah, like you really gotta think
What's
ahead.
up, President Bieber?
Wow, our show link was just tweeted to like hundreds of thousands of people. Rikishi is the king, man. That shit is fucking awesome, dude. Thank you. We're gonna get Rikishi on in about 9 minutes, man. Anybody else have something they want to throw out there? Something's been going on? Sarah, I know you got shit.
Do I?
Dude.
I talked about Columbus.
You did talk about Columbus.
That
Columbus
was
and Twin
important
Peaks.
to me.
Okay, here's one for you because I know you guys are really gonna go nuts with this one. State trooper in Indiana
Okay.
pulled a woman over for making an illegal pass. He then gave her a speeding ticket, accompanied by a religious pamphlet, asking her to acknowledge that she's a sinner. The pamphlet also advertised a radio show called Policing for Jesus, hosted
Oh my
by
God.
Trooper Dan Jones.
Wow.
Go ahead.
But this
I'm
guy
gonna
was
take a
real-
leak.
But this
Well,
guy was a real cop, though.
Yeah, he's
Well,
state trooper.
Well, did the police station agree to that?
No.
Because you're not. It's
But
a
they also said that the laws are loose when it comes out to cops passing things out.
but it's a separation of church and state. You can't do that.
Yeah, it used to be the case, right?
Right.
That dude has pamphlets, though.
I wonder what that was like when she got the ticket.
Yeah.
You realize sounds like a potential marketing scheme for funeral homes. A good marketing scheme.
Do it again.
That would be a lot of money for the funeral
Yeah.
home.
Listen, you enjoyed her dying once. Why not relive it?
Nah, no thanks.
Her. Listen, that yappy bitch wouldn't shut up. We all know it. Relive knowing that she can't talk anymore because her tongue rotted out.
Like, Uncle Dan was too drunk at the last one. So let's just try it one more time.
Relive it.
Relive it. Relive the memories.
I would
you know?
want. I would
like
want.
Disney.
I would want to be cremated. I wouldn't want to be in a
Nah,
casket.
fuck that.
And they
Fuck that.
reburn
I want
you.
to stand. Look, if they can keep all those goddamn stupid ruins in Greece and just prance everybody around that shit for the next 1,000 years, then people can certainly come look at me in my glass case. Fuck that shit. We walk around this planet. Doug Stanhope has a piece in this, so I don't want to take credit entirely for this, but we walk around this planet looking at old shit that's falling apart all over the fucking place. You can come look at me. Preserve me. It's fucking just
In an airtight plastic container.
I
Exactly.
love that when you said preserve me, you went like you were this shit.
I was showing my figure. Yeah, that's right. Check out the tits.
Look at those curves. They gotta be preserved.
look.
You're like in a glass case.
A skin tight glass.
I pride myself on having
God,
a
dude.
seriously beautiful movie ass. So you think what you want to think. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I got a movie ass, so take it or leave it.
Yes.
Movie ass, love it or leave it. I don't know.
Trademark.
And look, when you think of a movie ass, all right?
Do they make
First
holsters
off-
for pamphlets? Probably.
Mo-
They probably make the taxpayers pay for that stupid shit too.
Do they make what?
Taxpayers probably paid for those fucking Jesus police pamphlets.
Easily,
Jesus police.
easily, the
Murderous.
Jesus
They
police.
probably have bake sales and shit.
This
Give away
country needs to be
crucifixes.
split in half.
Yeah, the normal,
like-
logical
or-
individual.
That
insane
wouldn't work because there'd be
people.
another
Yeah.
civil war. They split everything in half.
One side would clearly beat the other nowadays, I think.
Yeah, it's not the side you're implying, I don't think.
No, it
it's
is
the
the side
side with all the
implying.
guns and swamps.
Yeah, and all the God backing them up.
And we have all our lattes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no dude here is gonna fight. They'll break a nail and cry. Like, are you serious?
You can take it, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care.
Tomorrow. Or...
Let's go to fucking Europe, I guess.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's get out of
I'm
here.
gonna go backpacking. God, you know how many pretentious assholes I've heard say that? Gonna go backpacking.
Yeah, man.
Like, through Europe.
Just stay in a fucking
Shut
hostel.
up.
Stay in hostels.
Yeah, exactly. That's the next part of it. I'm just gonna go from hostel to hostel.
That's it, man. My whole life.
That's how I do it.
I live on the road.
I love it.
I'm
I just
homeless.
want to experience this planet, you know? Really, like, take it in.
It's
I
like
gotta
God
travel.
could be like,
All right.
This table, man.
An Australian chef killed his Indonesian girlfriend. By the way, this is the way the news worded it.
okay.
And boiled parts of her body in chemicals. Neighbors called police to report a
A
rotten
delicious smell.
like, listen, man. I don't know if you know this, but it smells like cooking Indonesian women out here. I don't know what the
It
fucking deal
sounds
is.
fucking amazing.
Is that gumbo?
Is that
great?
And the cops are like, "Yo, you got any sweet baby rice? You got any sweet baby rice? It's cheap, but it's good. You know, you got the Coca-Cola sauce,
Coca-Cola sauce.
the CCBBQ."
Okay.
That's rough. That's a rough story.
Yeah, man. And the neighbors reported a rotten meat smell.
So what was the intentions
so he
of
cooked
cooking
her
her?
after she went bad?
Well, I suppose he was trying to Watler White and just sort of melt her down. Pull a Watler
Render
White.
the fat.
Yeah, render the fat. That's Fight Club style.
But
you know.
doesn't cooking humans smell like
But
pork?
she was like a supermodel, so there was no fat. She was all skin and bones.
Little gristle.
So and the thing was too is they contacted his mom, and his mom said that she had no inkling that anything was wrong that day.
No.
Look, listen, people, news. I just want to say something in the news. When you interview a psychopath's mom, the mom is always going to say, "Oh, I had no idea anything was fucking wrong. I thought my baby was perfect." That's not like an unbiased
Yeah, we cook people all the time.
interview, you know? Like, mom don't fucking know what little Johnny is
Little
into.
Junior's upstairs.
You know?
Did they say what his motives were for killing her?
They don't know.
The
They
We could all take some guesses.
Yeah, you
Did
know.
she cheat on him or something?
She was blowing the UPS guy or some shit like that. You know what I
UPS
mean? I mean, he
man?
looked like a turd. So, I mean, she was gorgeous and he was a turd. So,
That'll do it.
sometimes that's what happens.
That's your motive.
You know? Your motive is just...
He's just sitting there with the bowl of his girlfriend. He's like, I want you inside. It's just like
Ugh.
sucking it up with the broth on his chin.
He's got like a silly straw, but it's a super long one. He's like, and it's bit really wide so you can get the chunks.
Obviously.
You want the chunks.
Look, the marrow is
the
good for
chunks.
you.
It's the soup that eats like a meal.
The marrow is good for you. Don't lie to yourself.
101 ways to cook the bitch.
Okay, one more thing before Rikishi calls in, because we got 2 minutes before Rikishi calls in. New Jersey drug suspect brings a backpack full of weed to his court appearance. Clearly he got caught.
Clearly
Apparently,
he lives with roommates.
They frisk you before you even go in there.
Yeah,
They check
right.
bags and stuff. Wow.
well, I don't know that he made it all the way to the front of the judge, but
He didn't make it through the front fucking door. There's no way.
Yeah. Look, listen.
I've-
If you're on
you said
trial
New
for
Jersey,
drug
you
use,
said
leave the
New
drugs in the
Jersey.
car at the very least.
Did
At
you
least
say
leave them in a
New
bush
It's New
or
Jersey,
something.
yeah.
Okay, the second you walk through the doors to go to court in New Jersey, there's like shit everywhere. There's like cops right there. Like a backpack full of weed. That dude was reeking. There's no way he walked through those like 6 cops that are always at the door with the fucking metal detector patting you down.
Right.
And just waltzed in.
It just seems like, dude. Like, what do you say to somebody like this, man? Like,
Why would you ever?
He was probably
why would you?
baked.
Why? Like, I can't imagine myself getting out of the car to go to court and then opening the back door to get my backpack out and throwing it on. Like, all right, let's do this shit. Like,
Let's go to court.
let's go to court and take care of this, and then when we come back out, we'll be fine. Like, what was in the backpack other than that was so important? His dildo, his fucking scroll guard.
He was
That's
probably
my gun.
baked when he walked in the door.
Yeah. So, Was it Cheech or Chong? Holy shit. It's 11 o'clock.
Let's do it.
It is time to get Rikishi on
The
air.
man.
You guys ready to do this?
Yep. Do it.
Here we go. Everybody out there ready to do this?
Yes.
We are ready.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
I love this picture.
Me too.
Whoa.
All right, we're trying.
God, that thing's loud.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hey, man, what a crew. Can you see me?
Not yet. Not yet.
We see an ad.
There's an advertisement. We don't see you yet.
Dude, I'm sorry. I got a 6-year-old boy, and I'm just looking at my screen. He done busted my iPad here. That sucks. So I think I just text one of your dudes on there that I can hear you guys, but I can't. I can hear you guys, see you guys, but I don't think you can see me.
At the bottom of the screen, there should be like a little video camera that you gotta tap, and that should turn on your camera.
Let me see. Okay. Can you see me now?
Hold on.
This, can you hear me? I guess you can hear me. I can
Yeah,
hear you.
Oh yeah, we can definitely hear you.
It's all
All right.
fine.
Yeah, Brian Dooley's gonna say, "Geez, Keish, I sent him to my guys one time, and now they can't even see me." I apologize. I have a 6-year-old son, so you know he gets into all my stuff out here.
Yeah, sure. No
We're happy you called in.
Yeah, man. Thank you for
I
calling
guess you
in,
can
dude.
put a picture up of me. So I don't know. Anyhow, what's going on, my friend?
What's up, man? How are you?
Do you see the camera at the bottom of the screen?
Can you see us?
I can see you guys.
Awesome.
You guys are on a round table there. I see the other guy looking with the plaid shirt.
Okay, all right. Hey, what's
I
up?
like how he stopped what he's saying. He's like looking. He has the plaid
He's
shirt
looking
on.
alright. He's looking
Do you see the camera? Do you see the camera at the bottom of your screen?
No, there's nothing, dude. Like,
Oh man.
it's nothing. I can see you guys though.
Well, good, dude. Thank you for calling in, man.
Hey, no problem, man. You know, I heard a lot of good stuff from Brian Dooley and
Dude, Brian's
the
awesome.
thing with Mika and so forth. So
Dude,
I said, hell yeah, I'll call up New Jersey.
thank you,
Nice.
dude. Well, thank you for fucking calling up.
Fans out there in New Jersey, man. Jersey Shores.
Yep.
Hell yeah, dude. So, first off, thanks for calling in, man. You seem like the type of dude who's down to have a good time, dude.
No,
Yeah, we were watching
hey, you know
online.
what you see is what you get. You know what I mean? When it comes time for me to step in the square circle, then that's a different story. You know?
Yeah.
If somebody's getting the ass in the face. That's what I do, and that's what I get paid for.
Somebody's getting
Can
a
I
stink
ask you
face.
How good it felt to basically sit on Vince McMahon's face.
Well, I mean, I think I got the best job in the world where you get to go in there in your boss's face. And that's on behalf of all the fans out there that don't like Vince McMahon. But hey, I think it was a cool moment. It was an epic moment with me and my cousin The Rock and so forth. So it was all good, you know, entertainment.
It was entertaining.
Absolutely.
We were watching it.
I'm sorry to embed that in all the young kids' mind for years and years to come.
No, that's exactly where it should be.
I see all the parents are always talking about, Rikishi, you know what you did when you did that move on TV? I mean, my kids, everybody does that to everybody in the house. I said, well, but you can buy my action figure at Mattel and they can do it there.
How did that move come about? How did you start that?
Oh, man, how many of you guys remember Big Boss Man?
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah.
Big Boss Man, rest in peace, man.
Right.
I mean, I wrestled Big Boss Man in just the beginning of me wearing the thong out there as a sumo character in Mobile, Alabama. It was one of those things where I hit Big Boss Man, clotheslined him in the corner, and I didn't know that he fell in the corner of the turnbuckle where everybody sits for the stink face.
Right.
Well, I'm looking at the crowd. I hear it sound like an old lady there, just yelling, Rikishi! You know, 10,000 people, you can't see who's calling you.
Right.
Turn around and stick your butt in his face. I took time, and that's where that slow turnaround stare came from, because I was actually trying to turn around to see where Boss Man was at. And that, when I did that, man, I mean, I've heard the biggest pop of being able, all this time I didn't know where my moneymaker was at, and it was right behind me.
And then you found it.
Fate was on your side.
Were you wearing the thong, or did you hike your shorts up? What did you do?
Oh, again, I was just, I was on the road trying out the new character.
Nice.
That's what you do. You get out there, you try the new character, you try to feel that character and find yourself before you actually come on live TV and try to bring that to life in front of the fans.
Yeah, I've seen that before at home
when
shows.
it comes to like creating a character, how much say do you have, and how much does the WWE have?
But it depends on the person. I mean, you got a lot of balls, you're going to speak up.
Right.
If you don't have a set, you're just going to do what you got to do for a paycheck.
Right.
And in this case, as far as with the Samoans, coming from being raised from your uncles Alpha and Seekers, where they beat your ass and make sure that you understand what you're getting into, we were already tough for this game before we got into the game. And, it was, a lot of it had to do was we went back and forth until I felt comfortable. And, so I would say 50-50, probably 60-40 Rikishi.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to ask you, how did the Sultan character come about?
Man, listen, for the Sultan, rest in peace with the Sultan.
Right.
But I really like that character. And again, it's one of those things, at the wrong place at the wrong time. The writers and Vince McMahon at the time seen fit that Bret Hart was getting ready to switch heel. So, what better time than to have somebody by the name of the Patriot? I don't know if you guys remember the Patriot.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the Sultan had to go down and lay down for the Patriot in order to get over to be able to go one-on-one with Bret the Hitman Hart. And, hey, that's the name of the game. I'm not complaining about it. I stayed home. I just signed a new contract. And I worked probably the Sultan 2-3 months and stayed home and got paid for the other 3.5 years.
Right, yeah, because I remember watching that, and I didn't recognize you at first, and then it came together when I saw your stomach, when you had the scar there. So, I knew it was you, but I didn't recognize you at first. You had that mask on.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to hide that, man,
Yeah, but it was interesting.
But, I mean, for the record, though, dude, that was one of my favorite characters, and being on the road with somebody that smokes weed and smokes hashish all the time, and
that's awesome.
And Iron Sheik, and he teaches me how to eat a lot of lamb and good food.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a reality TV show in itself,
I hear the Iron Sheik knows how to party, man.
Man, he's Iron Sheik is a legend, icon, wrestling. I mean, he's the one and only. There will never be another cat like Iron Sheik. And if there's any producers out there, dude, I'm telling you guys better grab this man here and make a movie about his lifestyle.
Yeah.
His story about him coming to the States and just, running into pro wrestling, bar none, didn't give a damn about the media, and he just let everything hang out. And, he's got nothing but respect for me.
Yeah, his moves were imitated a lot, the camel clutch and stuff.
I can't believe it, baby. You're talking about Iron Sheik. He's one of the greatest, baby.
Well,
zoom in, cameraman. Look at the abs. You jabroni. I mean, I know a couple of you guys can imitate Sheik, can you?
I used to have.
I
had the Wrestling Federation album, the record that came out with the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov's singing, and it was, dude, that is a classic, man.
Oh my goodness! Try traveling in the car with those two.
I had the Hulkster workout cassette tape with the hand grips and the weights. It was glue, and he had a poster.
And what happened?
I don't know. Eventually, I saw the tape, but eventually the stuff went away.
Can I?
The tape is hilarious, though, if you listen to it.
I have not to change the subject or get this off kilter, but Rikishi, if you touch your screen, does anything come up at the bottom?
Dude, there's just like nothing here.
Damn.
Like if my glass is broken, it's all broken here.
Oh,
It's
that
just-
sucks.
Oh, okay, I see. All right, cool.
Not that cool. Actually, that sucks.
So one of the things I wanted to ask you was,
you can Google my photos and.
Oh no, I meant it sucks for you that your iPad got cracked.
Well, hey, I'll just do another promo for iPad and get a new one.
See, we're
Hey, that's the
sponsored.
good part about being a celebrity. You get a lot of free shit. You
Dude,
know?
we
Nice.
got sponsored by AutoBlow too, so we say the same thing. You know, we
Yeah.
just do something for AutoBlow and get another dick sucking machine.
Well, there you have it. You know the system, so hey, there you go.
You got to show the box, Rick.
yeah, where'd it go?
Right.
There.
All right, here
How
we go.
did you miss it?
Yeah, here we go. Auto Blow 2.
All right.
Glorious
Shout
sponsors.
out to Autoblow. Shout out.
Nice.
So,
Stay away from the AutoBlow 1. It'll rip your cock right off.
I wanted to get your opinion about something. The
Hey,
movie.
that girl's a wrestler. Did she just say what I thought she said?
Oh yeah, dude.
She doesn't hold back, man.
Dude, she'll cut your balls off, man.
She needs to get trained and get in there with one of those divas in there and rip it out.
Nice.
She'd destroy him. Destroy. You should have heard what she had to say about Gwen Stefani tonight.
Oh my goodness.
So, Hulk Hogan had said that the movie The Wrestler was pretty on point for a lot of guys. What did you think about that?
Did you
You
see,
know what?
Did you see the movie?
I thought he kind of hit it on point, you know, as much as he can as far as putting it on screen for the fans to see.
Sure.
But again, you know, movies are movies and so forth, and you know they can have their twist on it and so forth. But for the most part, you know, I thought that they did a great job on it. And I'm trying to remember the guy's name that
Mickey Rourke. It was Mickey Rourke.
acted on a movie there. My apologies to Mickey Rourke. If my uncle's listening to this, Uncle Alpha, he was the one that trained Mickey Rourke to do all the parts in that movie.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So I think he was Mickey was with my Uncle Alpha at his school in Orlando, Florida, for about 3 months, and they kind of taught him how to bump, you know, take the falls, and you know, kind of taught him all the things that you see in the movie as far as in the ring and so forth. But
Sure.
you know, that lifestyle, that, I mean, really, it's up to the wrestler what type of lifestyle you want to portray. You know what I mean? And his lifestyle was a hard lifestyle on wrestling. And, you know, there's actually some people that are like that in pro wrestling. You know, they can't handle what's going on, and they're not mentally ready, or they're not physically ready, and they turn to things to where, you know, the next vitamin for them to keep going. In our business, they got what is called the show must go on.
Right.
So if you're on top, like how he portrayed and so forth, you know, he has to make those times. So man, I thought the movie was, you know, pretty head on, you know, and Mickey Rourke did a hell of a job.
Sure.
Nice.
And you're doing, first off, the last few days, man, I've been addicted to IamWrestlingTV.com.
Isn't that cool, man?
It is so badass, and like, correct me if I'm wrong, but like, it is like a conglomerate of a bunch of different like pro and underground wrestling events going on, and it's like this hub that you guys have created. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, you know, it's simple, man. I mean, number one, it started off with the movement. You guys have been following us as far as on Facebook and in our media.
Yeah.
We just started off with fans just holding up the sign, I am wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
we
was
have
something that
an Awesome Talk one.
Excuse me?
There's an Awesome Talk picture, I Am Wrestling picture too.
Yeah, we did an
Yeah.
Iron Wrestling picture,
With
yeah.
Brian Dooley.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's right. He showed me the photo. Again, thank you guys for that.
Hell
He
yeah,
showed me
man.
actually, it looks like there was a lot of partying while holding up that Iron
Yes,
Wrestling sign.
indeed.
Dude, when I tell you me and Brian drank some Jägermeister, that is a light statement.
Dude, when he came home, I mean, he just had nothing but, it's like he misses home. He misses Jersey. When I first met Brian, I didn't know he was from the East Coast, and you know, most of my career was out there in Jersey, New York, and Baltimore.
Sure.
I feel like you know, I am from the East Coast sometimes, you know.
Nice.
Yeah.
But to go back to the I Am Wrestling movement, it was something simple. It just started off with fans holding up the I Am Wrestling sign, and then it went to a point to where, you know, you sit back and you think about things where, well, what is wrestling? You know, I Am Wrestling means the fans. It means the wrestlers. It means the companies that opened up wrestling. So to me, it was a movement that I didn't want. We didn't want to have just to be like, you know, let's say it's for WWE, it's for TNA, it's for no. It's without you, the fans, there is no us. You know, without the wrestling companies, the wrestlers, you know, without the wrestling academy. So everything evolves, comes back to who is wrestling. So we wanted to make it personal, to say I am wrestling. Whether you're a wrestler or not, to me, is like you're a fan. You've paid your hard-earned money. You paid your dues in some way, some form, to be able to be a part of this 100-year of wrestling, you know, with the WWE and so forth. So the vehicle and the power of I Am Wrestling TV comes from the fans. And so we wanted a concept, because since I've been gone, you know, when you travel around the world, you run into these independent, you know, we all see these on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, just big, small companies. They're trying to get their little, you know, they're trying to get noticed. They're trying to have people see them, and hopefully somebody, an agent or somebody, get that call, hey kid, come up here. We want to take a look at you. We see you on YouTube. So we wanted to open up a website where we have all the wrestling federations worldwide submit into this website called I Am Wrestling TV.
So cool.
And it's free.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then we turned around, and me and Gay Grill, we have a show on there, and it's called The Push.
The Push, yeah, dude, it's awesome.
So we turn around, and we will have 3 matches a week, and we give it to all the fans in the world. They get to actually vote of which company they like, which match they like.
Wow.
And at the same time, we're giving the push to that company that probably nobody ever sees, probably nobody ever talks about. And then we give the push to the wrestlers that are in there breaking their backs, you know, breaking their necks, and they're doing everything because they love wrestling. And so that's our way. I mean, I've got a lot of tweets from certain wrestlers that I've never even seen before or met, but just because I talked about them on that website, dude, it's like a life-changing thing for that one kid who probably never thought Rikishi would even mention his name about, you know, change up this, slow this down a little bit, maybe you can pick this up. So it's all a good thing to be able to come back again and give these kids advice that we'll probably never even be able to meet. But through this website, we're able to communicate with the world.
You know, I just want to say, like, we spent, I mean, tonight before you came on, we were celebrating you, and we were watching a lot of videos, watching you at Madison Square Garden in front of sold-out crowds, and it's like, I don't know if it's the emergence of what the internet can do or what, but what is it? You're a big star, dude. You're a huge star, and rightfully so. So what is it that makes you want to connect with, I don't know how to put it, like a lot of huge musicians don't give a shit about underground musicians anymore. Or like actors who make it big, they don't care, but like you actually give a shit about the culture. So what is it that keeps you there, makes you want to stay connected to it?
I think it's the passion. I know it's the passion. It's, you know, I'm proud to say that my family, the Samoan dynasty, past, present, and future, is still within 40 or 50 years or so, has been performing for the world. And, you know, again, you know, it starts within our home, you know, started from your humble beginnings and so forth. And we've trained so hard and put so much into this business that, you know, you build passion and love for this thing. And then what I ask myself, what can I pass on to those that love professional wrestling, be it WWE, be it TNA, Territory League, whatever. What can Rikishi pass on for these kids here that probably will never, ever get a chance to even see a dark match or whatever? Well, my question, my answer to that is to be able to pass on knowledge to them via internet. And through this I Am Wrestling TV, I feel connected with them. I mean, I've never been a Twitter guy or Instagram guy, but dude, you know, when you hear stories from your fans and you feel connected, like they have a personal text to you, and I'm able to change somebody's life out there, be it one person, and man, that's a big deal to me, you know. That's a very big deal to me. So, you know, our family, now we love, when I say we love professional wrestling, we love professional wrestling. Not only in the squared circle, but we try to domino effect into everybody else's personal lives that we're able to meet and touch.
Dude, I just want to say, man, I absolutely love that you called in here tonight, dude. You are an absolutely great fucking dude. Like,
I would like to think that more people that make it big had that mentality.
what do you mean?
The mentality of, I want to preserve the culture behind what I'm passionate about,
Keep it going.
not try and push people away so I can get more spotlight.
Right.
If more people did that, no matter what their profession was, think of how much better everything in society would be. I mean, like, we talk about how we want to start a sort of artist collective and help each other instead of what we see a lot of people do, especially local musicians, where they are at war with each other all the time. And they shouldn't be, you know? It's so much better the way that he's describing.
Well, it's
the ability
making-
to share what you know. To make someone's life better.
It's making wrestling better because they're reaching out to, you know, all these different wrestlers, so they have an opportunity to be seen and known. So that's great.
Dude, I was excited to watch IamWrestlingTV.com. Like, the stuff on it was great. Like, I watched this fight where, like, the whole ring was filled with aluminum ladders. And people are just beating the shit out. But, like, I was like, this is fucking... This just makes me think about growing up and watching this. Like, it's just...
The nostalgia
awesome.
of it all.
It's just crazy, dude. And watching you personally review these emails you get and the videos you get, I thought it was just great, man.
And have you guys got a chance to check out the Territory League that on that website? And it's powered by Genio electronic companies that we have now.
Yes.
It's a new concept, and I encourage everybody that's listening here to check out the Territory League. I mean, we've been tweeting about this and putting it out there. We don't have the deep pockets like Vince McMahon and Dixie Carter does. But I'll tell you one thing, through the experience that I've had within the last 28 years in pro wrestling, this concept of pro wrestling, it lights a new fire up Rikishi's ass. The reason why I say this, is because wrestling is entertainment. I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of all the talking. I'm tired of all the promo. I want to see characters come out there. I want to see people just get in the ring and start whooping ass. I didn't turn on the TV to watch Days of Our Lives and stuff like that. So with the
Did we lose him?
think as a fan, because I'm a fan before. So I asked myself, we asked ourselves, what goes out there that would be interesting and exciting for the fans? And we came up with this concept of territory leagues. It's the best 5 representing city versus city. And it covers all your lucha division, your cruiserweight division, your tag team division, your heavyweight division, and your we don't like to call it divas. We like to call it female wrestling. So it's city versus city. And if you watch that at the bottom on the screen of I Am Wrestling TV, it'll explain to you it's a new look of wrestling. Try to visualize walking into a ring. You see the same wrestling ring, but on the 2 sides, you'll see 2 MMA cages. And those 2 MMA cages are like holding tanks for hockey players, where they're the holding tank for the wrestlers. And it's like all curtains down, as if when the guy comes out, say he lost from our team, he'll come out, I can be yelling at him, and people can actually hear what the hell I'm saying to him. And it's all shoot. It's all no holds barred in here. Yeah. So it's not like, it could be like Rikishi, like I'm with the Las Vegas High Rollers, and then you have the LA Tempers with Gangrel and Black Pearl on that team. Well, when Rikishi comes to Los Angeles, because even though the people know my face, I'm still like the bad guy coming into LA.
Right.
You follow me?
Sure.
Yeah,
It's because
I'm
I'm
from there.
representing a different city. So it's kind of that type of vibe, that type of NBA vibe, NFL vibe. And it's up to the people. It's not like we're going to shove people, the same person down your throat every week on TV. No, we're going to give you the people. If you guys like Blow Joe, that's the cruiserweight, well, guess who's getting the push? It'll be you, the people that's pushing for Blow Joe, and Rikishi might as well hang his boots up and settle down. I think.
So
You
you
follow me?
So you can
it's always
vote.
keeping the city team refreshed. It keeps wrestling fresh, and it keeps the concept, different from everything else that's going on.
So can you vote for who has the match?
What's that?
Can you vote for who has the match online?
Oh yeah, you can, if you go on the site, you guys can see that very simple, made out where people can really understand that. And it's again, there is no office behind that website.
That's really
a big
cool.
office. And the office is the people, the worldwide people.
Yeah, it gives
all they got to
people
do
a choice.
is
That's
go in there and vote.
That's
That's
awesome.
that's very interesting.
Well,
I'd
you
like to
know
watch
what?
that.
You mentioned the MMA cages, and I wanted to ask you, like, you take a guy like Brock Lesnar, and he's kind of like drifting back and forth between the WWE and the UFC, and there's sort of this like, I noticed on the internet that there's like this joining of the two somewhere in the middle. And I wanted to know what you felt about that, like how you feel about a guy like Brock Lesnar who kind of passes back and forth between the MMA fighting, which is brutal, versus the WWE, which, like you said, is entertainment.
Well, you can also get hurt in WWE.
And you
too.
definitely get hurt in WWE.
Yeah.
I don't mean to disrespect. WWE is amazing.
Yeah.
Well, number one is good for Brock. As far as business wise, good for him.
Right.
His pockets are being filled up in both worlds. And I think the thing is with that is that with wrestling, it's very different from MMA. MMA, you got time to train, and then you hit that one big match. Whereas wrestlers, dude, we never see our family. Probably out of a month, we're home twice.
Wow.
And, these guys are performing every night. You probably have on your travel day, it'll probably be a Wednesday, depending what part of the world you're at. You'll get home maybe Thursday morning. You have one day to sleep. Friday morning, 6 a.m. flight. You're back out performing in Chicago or someplace else around the world. So, when you're out there wrestling, dude, that 3/4 plywood, that ain't no joke.
Yeah.
You try to get slammed on that, and, if you're running on an injury that was hurt from last week, it never gets better because you're always performing on every night. Whereas in MMA, you got time to heal up. You got time to have people look at you and make sure that you're well and 100% to go into that one big fight. So, with Brock, good for Brock. I don't have nothing but respect for Brock. Number one, a lot of people I think the new generations, as far as with the wrestling fans, they know Brock, but they don't know him. But I also think that they've all gotten attached so much to the new upcoming wrestlers that are on TV that they feel these wrestlers here been traveling for 200-something days out the year, and then here comes one guy who comes and takes the big pay-per-view and get the big deal off, right? Yeah. For you new kids that are listening out there, these are things that you guys have to learn. Your body's not going to hold up forever. So you got to get that big payoff some way, somehow, and make sure you write your story and your legacy in professional wrestling before you leave.
And that kind of brings me to another question. Is it does seem to be a lot of like underground wrestling going on, backyard wrestling going on. You got a lot of people of all age groups coming together and hitting each other with chairs and all kinds of stuff like that. And it's like, what advice would you give to people who are young and want to get into this?
Dude, you guys be careful, man. It's very simple. I advise everybody to, if you're wanting to train and get into the business, make sure you're being trained by somebody that's been there and done that. It's very simple for you to Google this guy here and do your homework. It's just like you, a student, you're going into the college to be the best that you want to be it a doctor or a lawyer. You're going to go to the best college that you can find that education from. So you kids make sure that you guys Google these people here. Make sure when you go to train at an academy, make sure it's a reputable academy, and again, here at Knox Pro, we always tell you, when we teach our kids, we go through training, it only takes 30 seconds for somebody to take a bad fall to end their career.
Yeah.
30 seconds. I mean, and you figure it out. If you're a 20-year-old guy and you're just jumping around the roof and getting hit by pipes and blah, blah, blah in backyard, well, there you go. In 30 seconds, you can end your career. But if you want to get trained and pursue wrestling, we can show you as professionals. There's techniques and certain ways how you fall. There's certain ways how you can eliminate by getting injured. So there's a lot of things that needs to be you need to be aware of before you start to even think about jumping around in the ring.
I wanted to ask you a question. Is there any injuries that you sustained while you were wrestling that you felt like you couldn't continue, but you still went on?
Oh yeah, man. I torn my rotator cuff, my labrum. It was actually on the Monday Night Raw with the Undertaker.
Yeah.
And the first move in there, I think I remember the Undertaker giving me a DDT, and at the time I was 425.
Right.
And Taker was about 325.
Mm-hmm.
So you got about 750 pounds to go. My shoulder actually was in the wrong place as far as my arm, bracing my arm. And all that weight, his weight and my weight, actually went on, fell on top of my shoulder and actually tore my whole shoulder and my labrum off. Wow. And, of course, the match had to, he knew it, I knew it, the referee knew it. But again, it's one of those things where you dig deep down when you're on live, on TV,
right.
You're ready to do your thing. You're able to push through, and I was able to push through that night. But as soon as that was through, I flew straight to Birmingham, Alabama, to see Dr. James Andrew, and he went ahead and worked on my shoulder. But I was out for like 8 months, and what happened when I woke up, I asked him, how's my shoulder, and he told me that you'll never break that again. So right then and there, I made sure I wanted to kick ass on the therapy and get my ass back into the ring.
Because they have great surgeons for the WWE, right? Like the best surgeons you could find.
Yeah, dude. When I went down there to Birmingham, Alabama, Dr. James Andrews, man, it was like a Hall of Fame in there. It went from baseball, NFL football players, the sheiks from overseas. And,
wow.
I mean, you name it. It was like a museum. It was a museum in the waiting room.
That's awesome.
But they gave me the video of the thing, and it was funny. I was 425 at the time, but when they showed me the personal video they shot, they put me under, and I went down, and they had like seven nurses. Doctors trying to carry me up on the gas. I guess it is what it is.
Yeah, I wanted to mention. We know you had wrestling matches with Bam Bam Bigelow, and I wanted to say Rick lived down the street from Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah, I used to live down the street from Bam Bam Bigelow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. Like literally like a quarter of a mile down the street from me, and he actually almost beat the shit out of my uncle one night because they were drunk and they were talking shit to each other. He threw him against the wall by his throat.
Yeah, rest in peace. One of the big man that.
Yeah. Yes.
He's another guy from Jersey, dude. As far as a pro wrestler, man, I really respected Bam Bam as far as his athletic ability, and he kind of woke me up on being that it's all right to be fat, but you can be fat and move good.
Yeah, you know what?
He was very. I want to say something about that.
He could do cartwheels. He was very active.
Yeah. He was very inspirational for me because, I was a big dude and so forth, and at the same time, you're watching Bam Bam go head up with Lawrence Taylor from the Giants, the big linebacker. And WrestleMania, I mean, Bam Bam brought it, and Bam Bam was the one that led that match in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And right then and there,
remember that.
I used to travel with him, and he kind of gave me some pointers about in-ring skills,
Man, there's so much I want to say. Like, I know the one thing that has always amazed me is that a lot of guys from the WWE can be big dudes, but move so goddamn fast. Like, when I was growing up, my father weighed about 500 pounds, and he couldn't move for shit. So when I see these guys in the WWE who are carrying like massive weight, like both muscle and weight, like, man, like, can you guys move? Like, damn.
Yeah, because you had matches with Earthquake and Tugboat and stuff, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
They were big, really big guys.
And you like to dance.
You can dance your ass off.
You can
dude.
dance your ass off.
That was part of my cardio growing up. You know,
Awesome, dude.
that, again, back in the day with wrestling, I think that's my heart is back with old school of wrestling. As a young kid, I've learned so much about wrestling from them. Being that, with characters and not everybody looked the same, not everybody had to have an 8 or 6 pack. To me, what had me become a wrestling fan was just seeing all the different characters back in the day. Not every wrestler, they all look the same.
Yeah.
And that's where being around the locker room with a lot of those big guys and a lot of those different guys from different countries and so forth. It was a learning to take a lot of that humbleness from all those guys back in the day.
Are you there? Is he there?
You there? You there, dude? Oh, we lost him. He's got to do his final word. I'm going to call him back. There's a Skype update. I hope that wasn't the reason why we can't get him.
We always had bad timing.
I mean, how many times have we been through this?
I know, right?
This guy. Only audio, no video.
We'll get him.
It's not our fault.
He's got to do his final word.
We got our shit
Hopefully
together.
get a hold of him.
Really?
Come on, dude.
Maybe his device died.
Ooh, that's possible. He was talking on an iPad.
The way it was going in and out at the end.
Oh, come on, man.
How's the music go, John?
Yeah, what's the entrance music?
There's no copyright because I did it. And it's
His
horrible.
iPad might have died, man. That's a good point, dude.
That stinks.
Fuck. Well, okay. Well, maybe he'll come back on, man. Hold on.
Then we'll Rikishi.
We'll re. We're trying. We're trying. Stick with us.
Everyone's tapping out this Skype noise. You only have to hear it once, and then it's just in your head forever.
It's true, but I think Geggs is right. I think his iPad might have died. Oh, wait a minute.
Hey,
That's a connection.
Plugged it in.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, man.
We lost each other there for a bit.
We lost
Hello?
you for a second.
Yeah, I was just calling chatting on. I didn't realize you were off. My apologies, man.
Oh, no problem, dude. Listen, man, we are, first off, I just want to say thank you so much for doing this, man.
Thank
This
you.
has been fantastic, dude.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you guys having me on.
We do a thing at the end of the night called the final word,
Okay.
which is basically like, if you had a message to the world, what would it be? But actually, wait, before we do that, I want you to plug yourself. Where can people find you? Where should people go online?
You can find me on Facebook, Rikishi fan page. You can also follow me on Twitter at The Real Rikishi. And also you can catch me on Instagram, which is JR Junior Rikishi Fatu. And then you can also follow us on the website of Knox Pro, KNOKXPRO.com. That's our academy. Trainers are my cousin Reno and David Heath, which is Gang Grill. If you have any interest in as far as being a pro wrestler and being taught by pros, then we're your one-stop shop here in Los Angeles to stop by. So, you know, and again, you guys, stop by and see us if you're in LA, and shout out to Jersey out there.
That's awesome. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So your final word for the evening. If this was your last final word to the world, what would it be?
Be all you can be, and be good to each other.
Rikishi, I just want to say, dude, like, you have been awesome tonight. This has been great, and I hope you'll consider yourself part of the Awesome Talk family after tonight.
Absolutely, my friend. When I get off here, I got a saying on there. Don't be about it, tweet about it.
Right. Dude, thank you so much, and I really hope that you're going to come back on again sometime, dude.
All right, Jersey family. One love. You guys take care. God bless you.
Excellent, dude. Thank you so much for
Have a
being
good
here,
night.
dude.
This was
It's been
awesome.
great. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Cool guy.
That was awesome. Very down to
Absolutely
earth.
awesome,
Very
dude.
cool.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Totally, man. That guy was great, dude. I'm glad.
So much
everybody-
more I wanted to ask him.
Right?
We could talk to this guy for hours.
For
So
hours,
interesting.
man. And like, I really hope he comes back on again, dude, in the future, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that dude's amazing. Man.
I want to know who his travel buddies were. There's probably interesting stories with that because
Oh,
they do a lot of
totally,
traveling.
man.
What guys, what kind of stories would get into?
Yeah, dude. He was
so
great,
much you
man.
could have talked about.
So, we are now approaching our final word.
It's true.
So who wants
Final
to go?
word.
The final word.
Oh, sorry.
It's special.
It's special.
So, who wants to go first? I'll put it out there. Who wants to go first?
Nobody ever wants to go first, dude. I think Greg should go first.
Yeah.
Yagutai, your final word.
And actually, it has to actually be a final word.
Yeah.
Greg never gives
More than
real
one.
final words.
More than
He-
one sentence.
No, yeah, Gags is usually like, oh, the gangs are root, and it was over, you know? Like,
He's usually drunk and southern by then.
he's definitely drunk and
We're all
southern.
being drunk and southern.
Well, it's just weird when you're not actually from the fucking South. It makes no goddamn sense at all.
Out of the woods. I'm friends with trees. But I don't know. It was a good night. We talked about ball soup. I mean, I was getting so hungry. I'm glad we have chicken to eat. Because next week.
Hey, if you can't eat balls, then eat the cock.
Yeah, oh,
that was good.
hey, yo.
I'm gonna start
Clink
making
to
some
that.
ball
That was a
stock.
clinky.
Yeah,
So we
go
can make
ahead
some
and
ball
clink to
soup.
that, all you guys.
We're gonna have all kinds of balls in our soup.
Yeah.
Just in time for Halloween. Matzo
Halloween,
balls,
everybody.
goat balls.
Those kinds of balls,
Well,
these kinds
what do
of
you
balls.
want in there? You want some
Bull
bull
balls.
balls?
Those are called Rocky Mountain oysters, buddy.
Well, hey, it depends on how they're prepared.
Well, you're the chef, you know.
Yeah. So I'll spend the next week doing voluntary castrations, and we'll make the soup happen.
All right, sounds good. Hey, ball soup, everybody, huh? What do you think?
It's
Good
probably
shit.
already out there.
Next, final word, I'm going to hand over to Heavy Metal John.
All right, I knew it was coming. All right, I just want to say thanks for having me again.
Yes.
And I want to say it was amazing having an interview with Rikishi. Been watching wrestling for a long time. I don't watch so much anymore, but just talking to him makes me want to watch wrestling.
Makes me want to watch.
Yeah,
and
me
it makes
too,
it
man.
makes
Like
me
this
want
passion.
to. It makes me want to, look at his website and check out everything that's going down in the underground because it's very interesting and there's more to wrestling, like you said, than just people behind the scenes making decisions for you. So it was very interesting to hear from him and to talk about everything that he's doing. So I was really happy to be here, and I would have really regretted it if I wasn't here. Besides the talks about dead bodies and
you did
ball
say that you
soup.
would probably really regret not being here tonight, wouldn't you? I'd say something like that.
Well,
If people were-
what about Stones? Does he regret it?
Stones regrets everything.
I just want to get him started.
Stones regrets Stones.
I'm just saying, the normal stuff. Be good to each other, and that's it. So thank you.
Thank you, everyone. John. I'll go next. Before I do my thing, find us Awesome Talk TV Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. The Facebook page is a friend page. Don't be afraid to friend us. Just friend us. Well, I'll talk to you. I don't give a fuck. Sarah and I have a podcast on iTunes, Android, and other places apparently called Ice and the Face, which you can find on Facebook and Twitter. And Home Bar Productions. Obviously, if you're watching YouTube, you know that already.
Yeah, we're pretty big in Russia.
Yeah, pretty big in Russia.
Is that true?
Yeah, Russian
Yes.
mail or brides
And
really like
China.
us.
Just saying.
And just saying, that's all.
That's
You
awesome.
like Home Bar Productions on Facebook. We need those likes, so go fucking find that shit. My final word tonight. I want to say thank you to Heavy Metal John for being here tonight. It was great having you on the show.
Thanks.
I want to say thank you
Good for
to
me.
Rikishi, man. That fucking dude was like you
best.
said, dude. He talked about wrestling, and all I could think to myself is, I gotta be deeper into this. Like, this is fucking like his passion. Like, I love it when somebody's passionate about something because it shows me what I don't know about something. And like, he was amazing tonight. He was a good dude, down for conversation. I feel like we could talk to him all night if we wanted to.
Exactly.
I want to thank Brian Dooley and Mika
Yeah.
for helping to hook that up tonight. You know, Brian Dooley was on the last episode. We had a part of an interview with him. And the episode before that, we had an interview with him. He is the proprietor of Shrunken Head Studios in California, where he's working on figures for Guar and all kinds of stuff. And, dude, Brian and Mika are great friends of this show. And they've been doing a lot to help this show move forward and help us get, you know, people on. And I think they're great. I want to thank the chat room for being here tonight. And my final word is just, you know, hey, Russia has one more nuclear weapon than we do
Yay.
right now.
I just want to say thank you to Russia. I just want to say how much I love Russia for their clear-cut sarcasm.
It's so,
Like,
and I just feel
it's
like
so
Vladimir is like a
great.
sarcastic dude
Yeah.
that like the media makes look like he's evil because they don't get sarcasm. Like, I don't know if that's true or not, but I do feel like Vladimir Putin would be a great guest on this fucking
Sure.
show. I mean,
Have fun.
him and Whoopi Goldberg, I'd want them on at the same time. You know? Nothing but love for the view.
Whoopie Putin.
And that's pretty much my final word for the evening. Yeah, I appreciate it. Round of applause.
What about what we have coming up in November?
What do we have coming up in November?
I don't know,
November
we got a
5th.
pile of white things next year. Tell people about it.
Actually, there's more I wanted to say. I also wanted to thank Supergroove for having us this past weekend. The Supergroove special will be available, hopefully be available if everything goes right in YouTube this weekend. Right here. These are tickets to come see Awesome Talk live at the Saint in Asbury Park, New Jersey, November 15th. It's not just Awesome Talk. We got stand-up comedians coming out. Rodney Rush from Breaking Bad is gonna fucking be there. Twine is gonna play. That's my band with various other characters that are usually on this show, but they're too, you know, lame to be here tonight. And
We got comedians, beatboxers,
comedian, you name it,
Teddy.
man. Teddy Faley is gonna be there. Chance
Sherman
and Renee from Sherman Tanks a podcast are gonna be there. It's gonna be a
Stramos
crazy
may or may
show.
not be there.
Go to awesometalkshop.weebly WEEBLY.com to buy tickets for this and to pick up the new Awesome Talk t-shirt. What else was I gonna say? Was that
I don't
everything?
know, dude. It's your final word.
Oh, okay, well,
Yeah,
I'm done.
That's
So,
the things that are going on.
Sarah, the next final word goes to you.
All right. So they just announced the winner of the Nobel Prize in Physics at 5:30 this morning,
Okay.
and it is to the guy who invented the blue LED, which then leads the way for white LEDs, which was something that couldn't be created before because there were only red and green, and you need red, green, and blue to make white. So that's who got the Nobel Prize in Physics, and while I know why LEDs are important to a lot of the world that can't deal with power, I just feel like it shouldn't have been a physics prize. I'm a little saddened by all of the possibilities there were.
Who were the
And-
runners up?
What?
Who were the runners up?
It's not like that.
They just have one choice.
Well, I mean, it's not like a bunch of physicists go on a track and they race,
Yeah.
and then whoever
But
wins
that'd
the
be cool.
trophy gets acknowledged
They
for the
win.
shit they
Yeah.
did. But the other thing is, like, they said that it was in keeping with Nobel's original intentions, and like you know, it's environmentally friendly and all these reasons why it's such a good thing. But to me, I just still don't really understand the physics part exactly. I get how physics somehow relates. It's not that I'm retarded. I just feel like it should have been maybe in a different place. There's other things that are much more physics related. I'm frustrated by this. That's my final word.
Well, that's what I was asking.
All right,
What
I guess
else?
we'll clap to
What
that.
else they
It's a
could've
frustrating final word.
done?
I guess that leaves the special final word for
Save
John
the best
Lackey
for last.
of SuperTeamH2.com.
Yep.
Save the best for last.
Maybe. Okay. Here is my final word. The original urban legend that started it all goes something like this. You're walking around in a major metropolitan city, minding your own business, when all of a sudden, someone comes up behind you and covers your eyes. You turn around, and standing there in front of you is Bill Murray. To quote the Jizza in the movie Coffee and Cigarettes, Bill Groundhog Day Ghostbustin' Ass Murray. Before you can say anything, he whispers, "No one will ever believe you." And he either walks away or vanishes in a puff of smoke, depending on who you believe. Did this ever happen? I mean, it's not impossible, right? The guy shows up at minor league baseball games to collect tickets. He tends bar unannounced at South by Southwest. Chances are, if we do this show long enough, he'd become a member of the gang without us even noticing. The purpose of this final word is twofold. One, I want to create fresh, new Bill Murray urban legends for future generations. The second fold of this aforementioned twofold thing that I'm working with here is to invite Mr. Murray to turn these urban legends into urban realities. And if we're really being honest here, I really just want us to become best friends. So I guess this final word is now, like my wallet, trifold. So here are the 2K14 Bill Murray urban legends that I just created. Number 1, a fresh take on an old classic. You're walking around in a major metropolitan city, minding your own business, when all of a sudden, someone comes up behind you and covers your eyes. You turn around, and standing there in front of you is Bill Murray. Before you can say anything, he screams, "At last, I am free of this loathsome curse." You are now forced to walk the earth as Bill Murray for the next 1,000 years, delighting the world.
Sounds like a good curse.
Delighting the world with your antics, but sometimes you're the voice of Garfield in the Garfield movie.
Oof.
He was good as Garfield.
Yeah.
We'll see. Number 2, the Candyman and/or Bloody Mary summoning. The rules are simple. In the dead of night, under a blood-red moon, step into your bathroom and turn out the lights. Be careful not to trip over your accursed bath mat. Stareth into the mirror and thrice speaketh the name of the Murlord. Bill Murray, Bill Murray, Bill Murray. The walls bleed, a children's choir chants spooky stuff, and he rises from the tiled floor. He will reenact his cameo from Little Shop of Horrors, and if you're lucky, field some Q&A. Do not ask him about his role in the Garfield movie. That was a huge misunderstanding. And now, the final Bill Murray urban legend. Number 3, the funeral crasher. You'll never believe where Bill Murray showed up this weekend. TMZ was first to report that the beloved Ghostbuster and man about town was spotted in the back row of a funeral service in Evanston, Illinois. Cracking jokes and cracking cold ones,
Get rid of the W, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
That's right. Cracking jokes and cracking cold ones. The uninvited veteran actor held court well into the night and even gave an impromptu eulogy filled with behind-the-scenes tales from Tinseltown. When asked for comment, funeral director James Maloney said, "Of course it was a huge surprise. I mean, not only did Bill Murray crash a funeral, he crashed his own funeral."
Heyo.
I don't even know how he did it. Who the hell did we just bury? It's been a pretty crazy day, but I'm happy that he's still alive. It's just, it's too bad that he starred in that Garfield movie that one time. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Hey.
You're welcome.
Thank you again, Heavy Metal John, Rikishi, Brian Dooley, Mika, our sponsor, Nevermore Designs, nevermore-designs.com.
Do
You
it.
pick up one of these mugs there. It helps
Drink out of
us
it.
out. Go to awesometalkshop. Fuck, I've been drinking too much. awesometalkshop.weebly.com to pick up Awesome Talk shirts. Tickets for the live show November 15th. raising money for. Can you just say what we're raising money for? Can you give a little bit about it? Really quick.
Basically, what they do is send doctors.
Come closer to a mic.
We see her, we hear her.
It's a program that teaches doctors how to properly treat Lyme disease. Because your chances of going to a doctor if you have Lyme and being treated accurately is probably it's such a small % chance that you're going to find a doctor your first try who's going to correctly diagnose you and know how to treat you the right way. Because all doctors' instructions are wrong because they all come from the health insurance company and they all say you'll be cured after 30 days.
So there's a possibility if you take antibiotics for 30 days, you might still have it.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Wow.
How long have you been living with it?
Over a decade.
Okay. And if you want to know more about that, Sarah has a podcast on iTunes and Droid called
Life with Lyme.
Life with Lyme. So please check that out and get educated on what is going on. Anything else anybody wants to throw out there for tonight?
Good.
I think it's been a really good
I was
episode
really
tonight.
happy
Yeah,
with the show.
And hey, I was really happy with tonight's show. And I just want to say, hey, everybody out there, Rikishi, Brian Dooley, Mika, Heavy Metal John, Nevermore Designs, Auto Blow 2, Head
House
Cams.
go blow.
Everybody go to IamWrestlingTV.com, check out Rikishi. And hey, thank you very much for drinking with us, everybody. That's
awesome talk.
Mind your fucking attitude. Mind your fucking attitude. Mind your fucking shit.